Literally, that would land you in jail today.
Those ones, everybody will cry out their pants. Like, shut up, man. I got you naked in the bath.
That's
I hate to think he's got to be naked in the bath as well. Someone must have somewhere.
Yeah, because that was what in the photo albums.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
that was what he was doing.
You open the photo albums and it's you with a birthday cake. Next one is you in a bucket, naked. It's crazy. Anyway, morning people. It is Tuesday, the 11th of, February. It's 11th of June. Welcome to TDA.
Time machine.
Listen, well, it feels like February outside.
No,
It's cold.
Is it?
It's cold. I feel like you've put shorts on and you've convinced yourself it's shorts weather. It definitely isn't. It's 10 degrees. It's 100% 10 degrees. But welcome to TDA, guys, the day after your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. As always, you have amazing hosts and we'll let you know who we are.
I'm your boy, 6 foot plus of pure temptation, Big Moss from the east side of the bridge. Good morning, people.
As always, your favorite shade queen, my own royalty.
And they call me E-Man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer and news analyst, melanin jam-packed.
Yeah.
So here. Brent, how are you, sir?
One morning, blessed and highly favoured.
Wonderful. How are you guys doing?
Glory goes to God.
Amen. Always. God is good all the time.
I slept yesterday all day.
Is it? That's good, though.
No, like all day. I woke up like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
I only woke up for like food breaks.
No, but you had pen game on Sunday, though.
Yeah.
You need to sleep.
Need to recharge.
You needed to recharge.
Like all
You're
day.
working for your check, boy.
I woke up, it was like 1:45. I was like, oh, this ain't going to be good.
And did you stay? Were you able to go back to sleep, or did you stay up?
A little bit. Like, since 2, I probably slept for like a couple hours, 2 hours.
But don't you feel like it then feels like a nap? Like it feels like, do you feel recharged? Like
Yeah, I feel calm. I'm calm.
See, whenever that happens to me, if I go to sleep, say I wake up at like 1 and then I go back to sleep at 3 o'clock and I wake up at 5, I wake up tired. Because I feel like it just feels like I haven't had a good full sleep. Because it feels like the last thing my body remembers is this little nap.
Yeah, and I had it too close to my like get up time. That's probably why I was a
Yeah,
little bit
that's
late.
the problem, yeah.
Yeah, but I feel fresh though.
That's good.
Ready for the world.
I need that kind of sleep, man. Just sleep to my heart's content. Anyway, soon come. All right. Soon come. Well, we've got lovely guests today, returning guests. We're looking forward to having a conversation with them. Right, should we get into the show?
Let's do it. All right, people. So our first headline, to be fair, a lot of these headlines are all going to be about the manifestos that are pending and that have just been dropped. And so, yeah, expect that basically up to the run up to this, to the 4th of July. So the first thing I want to talk about is Rishi Sunak and how he said that the Conservative manifesto will include tax cuts. So the Prime Minister was speaking to BBC's Nick Robinson and he said, "We're going to keep cutting people's taxes. You'll see that in our manifesto tomorrow." Challenged over how he would fund his policies, Mr. Sunak said that they would all be fully funded and costed. He insisted day-to-day government spending on public services would continue to increase ahead of inflation under a future Tory government. But when pressed over whether certain departments will see cuts, he acknowledged that all governments prioritise within that. Next headline, and this is about Labour. And so Labour have dropped a plan to reintroduce a cap on how much people are allowed to save into their pensions before paying tax. So under the pensions lifetime allowance, pension pots over £1.07 million face an annual tax of £40,000 on average. The cap was scrapped in April, but the Shadow Chancellor, Rachel Reeves, has vowed to bring it back, saying it could raise £800 million a year. However, her party has now reversed the decision ahead of the release of its manifesto on Thursday, reportedly because the cap would add uncertainty for savers and be complex to reintroduce. Our last headline is about the Lib Dems. They've pledged an £8 billion package for health and care services in England in their election manifesto. At the launch of the party's plans, the leader, Sir Ed Davey, spoke about the importance of carers, citing his own experience of being a carer for his disabled son and for his mother. The party said its proposals for government will be funded by reversing tax cuts for banks and closing tax loopholes exploited by the wealthiest individuals. The party's plans, if it wins, would include giving everyone the right to see a GP within 7 days, as well as free personal care for older and disabled people at home. Health is devolved, so the pledges will only cover England, with additional funding for Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland coming on top of the £8.35 billion. You guys think Lib Dems have a chance of anything?
Nope.
I think they're completely done.
They've been done for a while, man.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. No one believes anything they say anymore.
When was the last time anybody took them seriously, though?
Clegg times. Yeah, when they had that coalition.
Oh, yeah, they were lucky.
That's true. That is true. Yeah. And when they got into shared power, they didn't really do much. That coalition, they was just there. Yeah, pretty much.
If that makes sense. I swear they never had no saying that.
At least it didn't look like it anyway. Yeah. So, but yeah. Anyway, we're going to get the manifestos of the Tories soon and Labour. So it'll be good to go through it all. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the headlines.
All right, let's get into the topic of the day.
All right, so this topic of the day, it probably won't be too long here, but I do think it's something that we should kind of discuss since we're talking about elections and things of that nature. So I was watching the election that we briefly spoke about yesterday, and this is where the BBC debate, which had representatives from, I think, 6 or 7 different parties that happened, was it on Friday? I can't remember. And Farage said something that I thought, you know what, let me see what you guys think about this. And he basically said that we basically need electoral reform. So, you know, now we've got the first past the post situation where whoever wins, you're in government, that's it, right? But he's saying, no, we should change it to basically have proportional representation. So depending on the amount of votes you get, you kind of would have that sort of representation in Parliament. That way, everyone can kind of contribute to conversations. Of course, if you're winning by a landslide, you're going to have the loudest voice, innit? But at least you kind of hear the opinions of people in other camps, pretty much. So I basically just wanted to think, I'll ask you guys, what do you guys think of that? And do you feel like long term that could be a way, an easier way for, let's just say we had a TMB party, for us to actually get in there?
So what are they saying, like, from the hold a general election and say like a party gets 30% of the votes, they got 30% of the seats?
Pretty much, yeah.
Mathematically, does that work out?
Yeah. In what way? What do you mean?
Actually, yeah, I suppose it would. Okay, it would actually, yeah, because if you get 60%, someone gets 30%.
But the ruling majority still makes the most of the decisions anyway, so...
Yeah, but at least I guess, will get pushback from different people. So imagine someone like Nigel Farage, who's got the personality, who's got the... Let's just say he had good ideas as well. At least, I guess, everybody will be able to hear those ideas and everyone can kind of debate in Parliament, innit? You know what I'm saying? But now it's pretty much you only hear the current government and the opposition. Everyone is kind of just scattered about, no real impact, you know what I'm saying?
So that's 60% of which votes, though?
So let's just, making it simple, yeah. Let's just say it's a general election, yeah. 60%, like you said, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I guess you would have 60% of the seats in Parliament. 60% of that sort of influence. So at least, basically, I guess the idea would be the smaller parties that don't stand a chance of ever getting in there. At least if you can win enough seats, you'd get some
representation.
Yeah, you get
you ain't
something.
Your little 5% ain't represent nothing.
Better than zero.
In a room of 65% conservatives.
Better than zero. And if you've got the voice...
You say it's better than zero, but is it?
Yeah. Look at Farage, look how small Reform is.
But if a party, say, that, for example, Conservatives get 60%.
Yeah.
Green Party gets 2%. So Green Party's got 2 seats. Is that how we're working the math?
Yeah. Let's just do it.
So they got 2 seats. So you think in that House of Commons, with them having 60 seats, Labour having 35, the Green Party with the 2, they're going to be sat in the cloakroom. They're probably never going to get to be near the guy who says order. They're going to be nowhere near him.
It would be more performative. That would probably be more of the same anyway, isn't it?
It's going to be the same results.
But do you feel like, a lot of us feel like, what's the point in voting? If we felt like our votes could actually do something, you can get someone in there, do you think that maybe push voter turnout?
It would, but very quickly people realize as well that's still a scam. Because they tell you now your vote means something, it doesn't. And so they're gonna roll that out and tell your vote means something, it still won't.
You don't think so?
I don't
With
believe
time?
no, I don't believe I just don't believe it. I think part of the world order is to make the citizens of the land believe they have a say in stuff. You don't. I've been saying nothing. You can protest and you can do stuff and whatever, and they can give you little crumbs here and there to appease you and whatnot, but you actually don't. However, though, I do say that there's a girl actually. Her name's, I think on Twitter, her name's Queen Victory. So basically, she doesn't have like permanent stay or something like that. But she's talking about like with like whatever. So she applied for a job and whatnot. But then when you're in between renewing your application or whatnot, basically there should be a document that they give you so employers know that you're pending But what happens is they don't give you that. So people tend to lose out jobs and whatever. So she did a TikTok on it and she was really, really upset. She was like, this is the job I really, really wanted, blah, blah. Turns out anyway, so all of that going viral, people saying, oh, this is not right. People writing to the MPs on her behalf and just on behalf of immigrants have to go through that. Actually yielded results because she was able to then sit with MPs and actually explain to them one-on-one like what the effects of this stuff is. And then the other day actually it's been passed legally that now the Home Office must give them the document to let employers know and actually employers that don't comply with that can get fined. So actually that was a big up her though. That's amazing. Really, really good story. So yeah, you can get some changes, but I feel like I just don't believe the government is there for people. I don't believe they're for the people. I just don't believe it. I think you have individuals that try to come into the government that are for the people, but they don't tend to win. And in other communities or other countries, they get got. So, yeah, I feel like it would just be a plan to make people, to create that illusion of, yeah, your vote matters and da-da-da-da. But I feel like when it comes down to it, no, it might not. Obviously, it depends on the party as well. Because if it's like, say, for example, Labour have 30%, they can make changes. I feel like depending on how many seats you hold, but if you're someone that has 0.2, do you even get in with 0.2? Probably don't. Probably write you a letter of what happened. They send you the minutes of the meetings. So, yeah. I feel like it will depend on how many seats you can actually... I feel like a certain number of seats will be more powerful than that. If you've got 2 seats... Just get your money up, now your funny up next election. And then when you get to like, maybe when you start getting to 15, you can start making a little bit of noise in there, little bit, like a little fly. But then when you get to like 30, you're rolling with big boys.
Well, Von says in the chat, I don't think people
understand. Look at his.
Yeah, I know.
Morning, Von.
We've forgiven him. Partially. But yeah, he said, I don't think people understand what politics would be like today if we had proportional representation when UKIP were around. So, yeah, so imagine. You know what I'm saying?
We would not be here doing this.
UKIP are just reformed though.
This is it.
And they're growing.
This is what I'm
saying. They're going to win
win
more seats than they've ever had before. But then what does that look like? How does that help them?
They'll just have, I guess, more people representing that party in Parliament.
But again, they're not because there's the minority. They're not going to be able to make no.
But I think the thing is, there's different ways to actually roll out this whole proportional representation. So I'm kind of making it very simple, But let's just say it was a thing where because you're in the conversation, you can influence certain things. So imagine now all of us have different views. You two are on the same team. I've got my own view. Brent's got his own view. If I'm saying something and you think it's a decent idea, at least that sort of thing could be in the air. I can maybe tag team with Brent. Or that idea could be something that you take on, sit down with Esther and talk about. And it could be something that we actually make happen. You know what I mean? But if I'm not there, if Brent's not there, if it's just you guys, whatever you say is what happens. You know what I mean? So of course there is risk because we can get some of those extreme fringe groups, right, that can get their following, win seats all around the country and actually cause what I guess to us would seem as damage, right? But I'm looking at it from the other side of what about us though? If we've got the influence, right, can't we then do something similar? Of course, reform, 85% white in this country, innit? But still, imagine a system like that in London, where, you know what I'm saying, like highly, high amounts of black people, ethnic minorities, Asian people, things of that nature. Couldn't we do something with that? You know what I mean? So yeah, Brett, what do you think of that idea? Do you think it's something that makes sense? Would you prefer it? Would you maybe like to see it maybe on a local level? Or, you know what I mean? Because obviously, we are speaking generally, there's different ways to kind of roll it out. But what's your thoughts on proportional representation?
You said if we did that in London,
Yeah.
you're talking about voting for the mayor,
Yes.
but there's no parliament in
Yeah.
London, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying that our votes would count more, and they would look to cater to us more, and all those who love us, and then we'd be looked after more. All the boroughs in London could be looked after more.
Yep.
Okay, fair for London.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that for London. Parliament. If we were to start a party,
Yeah.
we would have a few seats, maybe one
Okay.
in the grand scheme of things.
Mm-hmm.
And then when everybody isn't in the room, because that's the only time that the kind of, I don't know if they call it backbenchers, probably not. The offskirts, the offcuts, they get to talk, but then nobody's there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I guess sometimes those clips could go viral, dependent on what is said and when it's said. I think that's cool. I don't know about the whole UKIP stuff though.
I mean, that wouldn't be good for us, though, innit? But I'm saying, imagine I don't even want to say the equivalent, but you understand what I'm saying? We've got something that represents us. And international expert said in the chat, he said it's crazy how Reform and Farage, I believe, are represented in debates, but Galloway and Workers' Party are not. And that's a good point. Although Workers' Party they're doing their thing, Galloway won the other day, innit? So a party like that now, they would benefit from that sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? And
that's not strange to me, only because the media decides what they're going to basically show.
yes,
right?
100%.
And it's weird how Von said what he said, because I don't see any difference between UKIP and Conservatives.
You mean Reform or
I
Conservatives?
said UKIP.
And Conservatives or UKIP?
I said UKIP. Like it's wild. If it is that you just kind of recount all of the comments and statements that we've seen or heard over the past, 10 years of Conservative leadership, and you have to double take sometimes to see if it is UKIP that's talking.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that's something I should be afraid of if we've lived through 14 years of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, hot take, obviously.
Yeah, and I guess Von will argue that...
You speaking for Von?
Well, you don't like to call up. You know what I'm saying? But I think he would argue that, like, Tories are really, really, Tories are UKIP light. You know what I'm saying? If we really had UKIP talking and actually doing things, you would pray for Tories. You know what I'm saying? So...
I don't know about that.
You don't think so?
I don't know. I think I told you I prefer the overt racist.
For sure.
And I think the world also would prefer that, so that they can actually see Britain for who they actually are, as opposed to polishing it. So that's me anyway. That's my hot take.
But as much as you can see what they're saying, right? And they're overt with their racism and their policies to kind of make it hard for us and, migrants, things of that nature, whatever it may be. You still have to vote for them, though, innit? So you still have to... All of it, what does it mean if they're not really in power? You know what I'm saying?
Who?
UKIP and that. So as much as you prefer the overt stuff, right? What does it mean if they're not voted or they don't have enough of a voice?
I thought you said that we were talking about whether to change the voting system.
Yeah.
So I said I'll go for this new system. And then the argument was, no, you don't know what you would actually have when it is that you see them in Parliament more. But I was seeing them on the pulpit. And I said they're no different, and they're even worse than the ones who are blatant with it. Do you understand? So that's my take. I'm not moving from there.
All right, I hear you. I want to ask you guys, because Fernand asked this question. What do you think of compulsory voting? You think that's a good idea?
Can be, potentially. But then I think if you're going to do compulsory voting, you have to do compulsory learning as well there. Because you can't just have people just voting because they have to and just ticking a box and just ticking any box. So they don't get fined and stuff. So you'd have to maybe give people quizzes at the entrance for the going or something.
I like the idea. You already know I think about weighted votes already.
Yeah, because I feel like people that go out to vote, for the most part, not generally, but they know what they're going to vote for. That's why they've made the effort to go and vote. But if you say it's compulsory, you're going to have a lot of people that don't know what's happening and whatnot, but because they have to, they don't want to get fined and whatnot, they will then end up voting and they just end up voting nonsense.
Do people even vote properly? Like, ain't it all the local? It's all the local votes that add up, innit?
Yeah.
But you would just pick the main goal, and then whoever's locally is underneath that main goal, just vote for them.
Yeah.
Rather than going through individually
Basically.
what changes are going to be made locally and what's actually better for you, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
but some people, like Esther's saying, if you make it mandatory though, some people may take the time to be like, no, you know what? Let me see what I'm actually voting for. Especially if you make it compulsory to teach them something.
Brother, I reckon what we've lived through, people are mindful of what it is they're not
Bro.
vote for.
but what I'm saying is, even
Still living through.
in your mind now,
100%.
when you're saying you want that change, and obviously you go Labour, you already know that you want to go Labour. Are you?
Who you talking to?
You?
Don't talk to me like that.
You don't think you're going?
Where else you going?
In absolute.
Isn't it?
Where else you going?
I'll tell you when the time comes. Talk to me like that. Filthy mouth.
But I'm saying at some point, because even if I'm going to do this properly, really what I got to do is sit down and go look at my local candidates. Like, take the end goal out of my mind. You know what I'm trying to say? And sit down and look at the local candidates and say who's doing what in the area. But I'm saying, are you, because you know, okay, let me go, I'll go email, sorry. Because you know you're going conservative, you're just like, you're not actually going to do that. You're just going to do whatever it's going to take to get the end goal.
Yeah.
Are you? Is that what you're going to do?
I mean, I'm waiting for, the manifestos.
I reckon if they're able to roll out this type of electronic voting, somehow sending something to our phone, and for there to be little fraud as possible or no fraud as possible, I don't know how you do it, then that'll be dope, man. That'll be dope, because you'll get complete.
You could do it. I don't know how much it costs to set these apps up and stuff, but there's apps that man use and you can't use them. You got to verify who you are. You got to put your pictures of your passport or your driving license in. I know people could still defraud those things, but that's.
I'm even thinking far past just the phone, because homeless people may not have smartphones and stuff, innit?
So what then?
I don't know. I'm thinking some sort of Japanese initiative. It's probably, I'm probably talking about chips at this point in time, innit? It's just crazy. But I think it would be good for the next government to change the way people turn out.
Do you think turnout will be? Sorry, do you think turnout will be up or down this year?
This year it will be up. Ooh, maybe down.
A lot of people turned out last time,
It may be up. I think it'll be up, because I think this is HBO. This is prime time, innit? I believe it's prime time. Yeah. You don't want to get the
But is this one of the in recent years? Do you feel like this is one of the, I guess, the biggest
contested?
Yes, but also one of the ones where people are like, you know what, I'm done with both parties.
Yeah, I think people are fed up, man.
You know what I'm saying? Because typically it's like, okay, I'm done with them, I'm voting them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Red or blue or whatever it may be. But people are like, I'm not voting either one of these. Some people say I don't even want to vote. So I'm not too sure the turnout will be.
I don't think people are gonna. I think I agree with that, because I think that people, for the most part, think of Britain as like a bi-party state. So I don't think people are unfortunately going to do enough research to find out what anyone else is saying. But I'm hoping that people are frustrated enough to look at what anyone else is saying.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we talk about this country as if it's just two parties that exist.
That's true.
And I think that's part of the problem. So
this is why I was saying proportional representation.
yeah, it's crazy, man. What? Anybody trying to give Green Party 2%? It'll be Ramsey's vote. Yeah.
All right. I think we've kind of touched on that. I guess we can move on.
Right, let's get into more headlines.
Of mine.
What's it?
On air.
All right. So, the UN Security Council voted 14-1 in support of the US proposed Israel-Gaza ceasefire plan on Monday. So the proposal set out conditions for a full and complete ceasefire, the release of hostages held by Hamas, the return of deceased hostages' remains, and the exchange of Palestinian prisoners. The plan includes 3 phases that would end with a multi-year reconstruction plan for Gaza, which has been largely destroyed due to the fighting. Russia abstained from the vote, and 14 countries, including the US, voted in favor of the resolution. The first phase of the plan concerns a hostage prisoner swap, as well as a short-term ceasefire. The second phase includes a permanent end to hostilities, as well as a full withdrawal of Israeli forces from Gaza. This according to a text of the US draft resolution. And the third phase focuses on the area's long-term outlook, and it will start a multi-year reconstruction plan for Gaza. The passage of the resolution comes weeks after President Joe Biden said that Israelis agreed to a 3-phase plan that would result in a permanent ceasefire in Gaza. Next headline, trigger warning on this one, guys. Big trigger warning. And sad, man. 2 12-year-old boys have been found guilty of murdering a man who was stabbed through the heart with a machete. So Sean Cisahe, who's 19, died in November last year after being set upon in an unprovoked attack in East Park in Wolverhampton. The pair, who cannot be named, obviously too young, are believed to be the youngest convicted of the crime since Jamie Bolger's killers were detained in 1993. During a trial at Nottingham Crown Court, the boys sought to blame each other, but the jury convicted them both of Mr. Cisahe's murder on Monday. In an interview released after the verdicts, the parents of the victim said that they would never be able to get over the loss of their son, who they described as a very loving child. And our last headline, the United Nations Refugee Agency has warned judges it may have new evidence from 2024 that Rwanda has endangered asylum seekers, despite Parliament passing a law declaring that the country is safe. So in a highly significant intervention in the continuing legal battle over the policy, the UNHCR told the High Court on Monday that it's investigating new allegations of abuses. Those allegations include individuals potentially being sent to countries where they could be tortured, despite Rishi Sunak arguing during the same period that Rwanda was a safe partner for the UK. A judge has granted the UN agency permission to prepare a dossier before a flight of asylum seekers can leave the UK. And the court's decision is a blow to the government, of course, because the agent's intervention was a deciding factor in the Supreme Court finding that the original Rwanda plan was unlawful. And that's it for our headlines, guys. It's time to pay them bills.
All right, let's get into some word on road.
I heard he's saying he wants to stay. I heard he's saying he wants to. If he can't get bail, he wants to stay in the weekends with thugs. So what? He's allowed to run the case, but on the weekends he's got to go jail.
Yeah. The whole case is a joke. I don't think he's gonna go jail. I don't think Young Thug's gonna find him. There's such a joke here. It's such a joke here. The lawyers are beefing each other, and he's been cussing it. Like, anyway, I'll get to it in a second.
If Thug comes home, I'm telling you now, we're having a Young Thug day on TDA. Like every segment.
You must be high.
Are you crazy?
AF.
That's
You're
a celebration. It's gonna.
Who's celebrating what?
It has to be like, lest we forget. I'm saying that every morning. Like every morning, I want facts about Thug. Listen. Anyway, so.
That's a lest we forget, you know.
Nah, it's got to be monumental, man. If he comes home, oh my
did that
God.
Shit. It's just a mistrial. That's a lest we forget. Anyway, Nicki Minaj wants some attention. She tweeted saying, yes, single. Maybe she's releasing a single. I don't think that woman is single because you can't have been with a man that you're with and have embarrassed yourself the way you have to then get divorced. I don't think she's getting divorced. I think she's just talking about releasing new music. It's crazy. I haven't listened to Nicki Minaj's music in time. But anyway, that's what's on people's minds and they're trying to break down. This is why I keep telling you, the next thing is why I keep telling you to stop supporting men in jail. I keep telling you, when he goes to jail, you are single. You are single. Chrisean Rock went to support Blueface in court. Guess what? She got arrested. There's a whole felony charge. She's been arrested with no bail. Like, no bail.
I thought they got beef anyway. Why is she going to court for him for?
That's a child's father.
Yeah, but...
Sometimes they want the baby to see the child. They use a girl up to where you don't need therapy. The baby was in court at the age of 2, watching their daddy in an orange jumpsuit being handed away by these heavy men. Anyway, she went there to go and support her baby's father, and she basically got on charges. She's essentially, she's cut a long story short, she's a fugitive. That's how she's been described. When she got there, it always seems as well. This is the thing when you're dumb. Oh, never mind. Sorry. This is what happens when you're slow in love, let's say. Because the police knew she was coming. There's 5 officers waiting for her. Because they could guarantee that all the shit that guy has done to you, like a bird, you are still going to be there. So she showed up in a little outfit and whatnot, hair laid, makeup, fresh face makeup, whatnot, and they picked her up. Picked her right up. 5 officers escorted her right out. Handed the baby off to somebody. She goes, "You want to be a baby?" Anyways, that's her situation. She's been arrested with on a felony fugitive warrant. And there's a whole thing about her having drugs, possession, intent to supply, assault with a deadly weapon. She's going to jail. That one's going to jail. Because you want to support a guy in jail. You should have stayed your ass back where you still live. I mean, it would have got her eventually anyway, but I just wouldn't want to get got knowing I was outside supporting. Anyway, to be fair, good luck to the baby. Hopefully the baby's got nice grandkids, grandparents that would take the child in, because that's crazy. Both parents going to jail is wild. So there's that. And then also, what we were talking about earlier, Young Thug's lawyer. I think his lawyer is funny, I'll be honest with you. I think his lawyers watched him. We didn't even talk about Power. Did you guys watch Power? I haven't watched it.
Not yet.
Brent, have you watched it?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Looking forward to it though.
So you're going to watch it?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to have 2 to watch it then. We'll talk about it on Monday. It started last week.
Okay.
Friday, yeah. All right, so I think his lawyer's trying to be Proctor. I honestly think his lawyer watches Power and he's trying to be his... I like him though. I can't lie. I like him because the other day I watched the clip here. He was basically saying how the prosecutor was a black lady, right? But he was saying how she's moving mad. And he was just like, I couldn't move mad like that. He was low-key like, listen, just because she's who she is, as she's a woman, she's a black woman, I'm not allowed to say she's moving mad. But he was like, Your Honor, fair is fair. And then she's trying to object. And he's like, no. He was like, I will not be silenced. I really like the guy. I really like him. He was like, he would not be silenced, because he was like, if it was her, he was like, God forbid it was her talking and he got up. It would be a whole thing about, he's silencing her. He's silencing, and he's not going to say, well, race, when he's silencing people. So he was like, no, he would not be silenced. The judge was like, okay, that's enough. Nope. He carried on talking to her. To be honest, when I saw that he was arrested, it was only a matter of time. He's been getting the judge's nerves. And the judge is black too. So he's moving like it's some racism going up in there, but towards him. It's reverse racism towards him. Anyway, here's why he got arrested. The judge had a private conversation with the prosecutor and one of the key witnesses. So the key witness will obviously be on the prosecutor's side. This uncle should have never found out about the meeting. He comes to, because he's basically saying, he's trying to say as well to the judge that you're biased. He's been trying to say to the judge that you're not really going by the book, you're biased. So then he's come to court and he's basically said to the judge, hey, a meeting went on yesterday and I or Jeffrey, that's Young Thug, were in there. Why is that? The judge is like, first of all, it's a parte? It's an ex parte? Basically, the meeting only involves people that are concerned. So the prosecutor, the key witness, and the judge. So you have no business being there. Furthermore, how did you find out about the meeting? How did you know? Because you shouldn't have known. Because this is essentially a key witness and da-da-da-da. So he was like, you shouldn't have access. Essentially, you shouldn't have access to information about a key witness that's not your witness, especially because obviously it's been alleged that some of the witnesses, been dropping like flies and whatnot. So he was like, you shouldn't know this information. Essentially said to him, how do you know this information? He said, I'm not telling the court. The judge said, you got some information you shouldn't have gotten. How do you know? He said, you're not supposed to have communication with a witness who's sworn in. And the Young Thug's lawyer stood on business and said he will not be saying. So just said, all right, you're being held in contempt of court. And he was arrested. And, he's been arrested basically. But basically he has to go to jail on weekends. He's got 10 weekends to do. 20 days in jail. How on earth are you trying to keep me out of jail and now you found yourself in jail as my lawyer? But Young Thug believes in him though.
I'd believe in him too. I'm not gonna lie, man.
I believe he's gonna be in there. Because he also tried to say he wanted a mistrial because I had a private meeting by him, and the judge was like, "It's got nothing to do with you. Like, you have no concerns with what was being discussed in there and whatnot." But he basically was like, and he was like, "Oh, I heard about your secret meeting." Like, big man. Anyway, he's going to jail on the weekends. He's going to jail on the weekends, and I don't know how he's supposed to prep for the case from Monday to Friday if he's in jail from Friday evening to Monday morning. A joke. This whole case has been nothing but an absolute joke. But we'll see anyway. We'll see anyway what happens. What else is there? Hold on, let's see what else is going on in the streets. Oh, trigger warning. Sorry, Brent. Trigger warning. Sorry, everybody. So basically, Michael Rainey Jr., who we know as Tariq, was on a streamer's stream. Well, yeah, streamer stream. Don't know people that are streaming, like Kai Cenat and them. But this guy is called
Ty Lil. But you remember him going crazy in lockdown?
Again?
He was going crazy in lockdown.
I don't remember quarantine.
Yeah, but he was one of the ones that was doing.
Oh, is it?
Craziness on his Instagram. They was getting it shut down and all that.
This was shut down. He might be shut down again because this was crazy what happened this time. So basically, Michael Rainey Jr., who is Tariq from Power, they're there and whatnot. There with his friends having a good time, whatever. Trigger warning again, right? His sister, the Ty Lil, the streamer, his sister comes in and grabs Tariq by the penis and whispers something to him. That's sexual assault. That's sexual assault. And then, but basically and then I think his younger siblings or something, there were kids there anyway, but they're like talking to whoever they're talking to. No one really saw. You kind of just see him look very uncomfortable and he's just thinking like, what the hell? But he's trying to he's like, unhand me kind of thing.
Yeah, like he moves her away now, innit?
Yeah, because like, what the hell? And then one of his friends notices from the other side, then comes and then they're like laughing, but it's not like laughing because it's funny. It's like, them uncomfortable laughters. Yeah. And then the streamer guy is then like, oh, what's happening? He was like, no, trust me, we can't say on here. Anyway, he just needs to go to jail. Sometimes you can teach people a lesson, and this is one of the lessons. Because basically, the streamer guy said, after the actions that occurred during my stream last night, I would like to sincerely apologize. Oh, also, Michael, he left 20 minutes after that. He basically left. He just left he left. But he said, the streamer guy, Tyler, said, after the actions that occurred during my stream last night, I would like to sincerely apologize to Michael and his family for what took place. My little sister was completely wrong and out of line. What she did was very inappropriate and unacceptable. I am truly embarrassed and disgusted by her actions. I completely respect whatever direction Michael wants to go in this situation. After watching the clip, I was completely taken aback by what she did. I hear people say what she done, but what she did. I will take extreme precautions with future streams to avoid similar issues and have banned her from participating in future streams. I do not condone any type of assault. I also saw another video where he was talking about, the streamer guy was talking about something about going viral. He was like, I want to go viral, like, let's do something crazy. I want to go viral. And she was like, what did she say? Have you got a banana? Have you got a banana? And he was like, all right, get out. Sorry. I find it funny when someone does it, they're like, all right, get out. I love that switch. That switch from you're here to, all right, get out. You've done too much. So, and then Michael Rainey as well, he basically posted a statement and he said, at this point, everyone has seen the video circulated online. I am still in shock and don't fully know how to process what happened last night. This is an unfortunate situation that I do not condone in any way. I can't take it lightly because I know I would be in serious trouble if the roles were reversed. Word. The fact is, sexual assault is never okay, regardless of gender or status. We're all human and we should respect each other. Most importantly, we should always respect ourselves. I think he should press charges. I think that she needs to learn a lesson. I don't think that it should be a thing of, oh, okay, like, I didn't mean to, sorry. No. Sexual assault is sexual assault. You can't go around making people feel uncomfortable and just feeling like you have access to touching people's bodies and stuff like that. Like that's very, very wild. So I hope that she gets the day that she deserves. But yes. There's that. And then yesterday I told you about DLT, didn't I? Well, still kicking off. Basically, what happened was, so for the longest while, I don't think anyone really knew the identity of the girl that was drunk and whatnot. But then basically one of the girls whose room it was in, that she was in, she went on TikTok and did like a 5-part story. I'll be honest with you, I didn't watch it. I'm not gonna say that. I didn't like her vibe, so I wasn't gonna watch it. And just, my TikTok is full of shits and giggles. And I'm dead ass. It's shits and gigs. It's fashion bits. It's because I like ASMR stuff. So sometimes it's like people washing carpets and like cutting soap and crap. What else is on my TikTok? Hair. It's a lot of like hairdressers and stuff like that. That's why, you know what I mean? TikTok is good vibes for me. It's occasional story time. Or when something's happened to somebody. I like those as well. I like putting people's tea because, I don't know, you could never pay me to say something. The FBI couldn't get some information out of me. And user just do it easily for the camera. It's crazy. But I'm here for that. So my TikTok is shits and giggles, right? And this girl decided to go on there, the one whose room it was in that the drunk girl was passed out in, went on TikTok and basically said how she was not the instigator in the fight. First of all, her friend was the one who posted the clip of her fighting, of her arguing with the girl and whatnot. So she was like, this is the real story, this is what happened, Posted like a 5-part story, essentially allegedly trying to discredit the, because people, everyone wants a quick buck these days. Allegedly trying to discredit the drunk girl and whatever. Cool. So the drunk girl didn't respond. So no one really, I didn't know who she was. Now that she's then come out now to say, that was me and this is the real team, blah, blah. Now I'm like, oh, okay, I've seen her page a few times and whatnot. Cute girl. Anyways, right, there was a burner account that was created, well, a burner account's been there for a while, but the burner account basically decided to give us some information about this said incident, and it goes left from there. So basically, the burner account said, Jasmine Sunny is a liar. She wasn't spiked. On the 5th of June, she got too drunk with her friends, ended up in someone else's room, pooed herself. Upon waking up, she realized she had been recorded and confronted the girls about it. Talked about she refused to delete the videos. The girls refused to delete the videos. The people in the room, the owners of the room, refused to delete the videos of the Jasmine girl. And then she said that her friends, Jasmine's friends, drunk girls' friends, started fighting the other girls who owned the room and blah, 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 blah. And then the person then goes, and the burner account goes on to say that the organisers were alerted and attending to the drunk girl. She was offered to take a toxicology test, but she refused. She told the organizer she was fine, but was recorded and would like the people who recorded to delete it. Essentially, basically, burner account trying to say that she cared more about recording than she did about getting help. Also says about that there's CCTV footage that will show that the owners of the room were not the aggressors of the fight, blah, blah. And that when she was given the CCTV, she didn't file anything with the police. She didn't file a police report, basically. And then also saying that the organisers have offered the girl a flight home and a new hotel, and she refused. She just wanted the girls reprimanded. She later asked for £600 to pay for a prep, when in actuality the prep was 60 euros. And basically the burner account just went on to say that she's a dangerous girl and this. That's all fine and dandy. Until the girl replied and said that there is no reason why. She's basically alleging that the person or people behind the burner account are DLT or them themselves. And so essentially, because she was saying how all the things that's been revealed on the thread were private conversations between her and them. So how would anybody else know that information? And essentially, all that kind of stuff is basically, and because it involves like her medical situation and whatnot, essentially is breaking GDPR law. You know one thing about these West child, they take the GDPR laws seriously. But even worse, because it happened in Malta, they're still part of the EU. So it's a whole EU GDPR situation going on. So there's all that. So now she's looking at, essentially pursuing the matter legally and whatnot. DLT haven't responded to anything. They've just been posting. Well, they posted twice. They posted firstly that, it was a great way to end their show. As in the time was had for the first batch of enjoyment ministers. And then reposted like people da-da-da. And obviously in the comments, when you stuff like that, man. You're going there, you're seeing 5 retweets, 552 quote tweets, they're getting cooked. But yeah, it's sad though that and then also as well, the girl posted CCTV footage. So this is why not everyone's on her side. I mean, people weren't really doubting her like that anyway, just because of that other girl's TikTok. But basically the CCTV footage actually proves that the owners of the room actually did attack her friends. And they were apologizing. But then whilst they're doing all of that, they're trying to just be like, oh, we're sorry, da-da-da. But then the girl decided that she was going to be what she was going to be and decided that, whatever. And then the girl also said, the drunk girl, she said, I literally didn't post it because I didn't post the CCTV footage or whatnot, or didn't post a response because I'm tired of this back and forth. Let's be real. Oh, and I said, I'm tired of this back and forth, not because I'm lying. She said, as you can see, the girl in white is a Jess girl. As you can see in the footage, she's the one who started the fight, not my friend. Only reason I haven't responded to that TikTok filled with lies with all these videos is because she would get dragged even worse. But I guess you lot have forced my hand. Whoever is on DLT Malta's team is trolling me, rest. No one else would know I asked for financial assistance from you guys. That's how you knew, actually. Except me and Nicki, your event manager, whom I asked. So someone should actually let me know how a random person behind the burner account got that information. And she said, DLT, do better. But obviously, as time went on, her tweets got worse. And she basically is looking at... she basically tagged them and tagged Live Nation. And she said she will see them in court. So there's just that on that front of things.
Right.
Boy, indeed. Hate to see it. But anyways, I don't know. We'll see what happens anyway. Love and light to people. Let's get into people's channel.
All right, people. Welcome to the People's Journal, where I give you the news from an economics point of view. All right. So, like I pretty much said in the headlines, the Conservative manifesto is upon us. The mighty the mighty Tories are gonna, convince you guys to vote them in again. But obviously, before that happens, just wanted to let you guys know about some of the stuff that we've heard. Apparently, what they said is that they're promising a further 2p cut in employee NI. Yeah, that's one of the main things.
2 penny?
Yeah, 2%.
2% or 2
Yeah.
P?
The same.
But does the P stand for pennies?
Yeah.
It's not 1%. Because 2p is not, that's not going to do a damn thing.
It's
2% though?
Yes, it's 2%.
It's like a pound.
But yeah. So basically, Sunak, what's her name? Penny Mordaunt was saying the same thing at the debate. Sunak is basically drumming it down as well in everyone's ears, and basically trying to say that he's trying to help working people. You know what I'm saying, to keep more of their money, reduce taxes, things of that nature. That's the main selling point that they're trying to push, right? They asked Labour's Wes Streeton as well about if they're willing to match the NI pledge as well. And he just told the truth. He said, listen, the money ain't there. We ain't looking to do that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Which I guess sends the message that, being honest. And number two, that potentially the Tories are lying. You know what I'm saying? Because where you find the money for this? But anyway, when the manifesto comes, we're obviously going to deep dive into it. But I did want to kind of just let you guys know about some stuff that people are kind of expecting to see in this long manifesto document, right? Like I just said, the national insurance is going to be cut by another 2p for employees. They're looking to abolish stamp duty for most first-time buyers.
Okay. Look at you smiling.
I couldn't help it. And they're looking to do this by lifting permanently the threshold where tax on buying a home kicks in to 425k. So yeah, if your home is under that, no stamp duty. Also, they're looking to do a help to buy scheme to try and assist those who are struggling to, get the money for their deposits. First-time buyers will be offered a 20% government equity loan, meaning that people could buy with just 5% of their deposit, pretty much. I think Labour was talking about something similar to this the other day. I think I mentioned it as well. Landlords also will get capital gains tax relief if they sold their properties to existing tenants. So the idea is like this will be a mutually beneficial thing between a landlord and a tenant, because obviously moving house costs a lot of money and all that sort of stuff in it. But then it wouldn't involve anyone moving. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously if the tenants can afford it, stay put. You know what I'm saying?
What about the rights to buy thing that Boris was trying to put through? Because that was usually for council. They were trying to change it for housing association as well. Any news on that?
Not at the
Any
moment.
updates?
Not at the moment.
That will heavily sway. Heavily to sway how I'm looking at the situation.
All right then.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you have to mix it on the manifesto, man. But that's all we know at the moment in terms of like what we're expecting to see. But hopefully by the end of the day we'll get but their manifesto. You know what I'm saying? Next thing I want to talk about is Labour, man. So on top of that, Tory's talking about what they're going to do. Labour's pledged 100,000 urgent child dental appointments. So they're pretty much saying they're trying to clear the backlogs in the UK, and they're promising to create, like I said, 100,000 extra dental appointments for children. They also, it was the Lib Dems that were talking about making...
They're running on baby teeth. they grow back, man. They've got to get stronger than that, man.
Yeah. Maybe this is something that's not important. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But yeah, man, the new appointments will be for urgent and emergency care and on evenings and the weekends as well. So this is what Labour's plan is. This is solely for urgent and emergency care, and the kids will have access to this on the evenings and the weekends, which is a good idea, man. We already know that access to NHS dentists has become increasingly difficult, just like access to your GPs has become increasingly difficult. So yeah, this will be something that they're looking to push forward. Conservatives have their own dental recovery plan, by the way, which was launched earlier this year. Pretty much that offers dentists cash incentives to take on extra NHS patients. So that's, yeah. On top of that, because I just mentioned those, I did kind of want to ask you guys, what do you think the actual polling numbers are looking like at the moment? So the predictions, how I guess, what the polls are pretty much predicting will occur. What do you think is the order? Top 5?
I think Labour's still at top. I don't think Conservatives are at top.
Okay.
Actually, are they?
What's the order of the what, sorry?
Top 5 parties. Like if they were to vote today, there's a polling tracker that this is done by the BBC. What they're pretty much predicting will be the order.
So wait, we got Labour, Conservative, Lib Dem, Green Party, Reform,
SNP. Yeah,
that's 5, isn't it?
Yeah, well that's 6 altogether. But yeah, I'll make it easier. Let's get out. Let's take out the SNP.
Conservative.
Why did you make it? I think Labour's first. Then I think Conservatives. Then I think Lib Dem. Then I think Green Party. Then Reformers.
Green Party is probably last. Reform might be third.
Third?
Yeah. Labour, Conservative, Reform, Lib Dem, Green Party.
Okay, but what are you thinking?
It has to be Labour first.
You think so? But sometimes people haven't suffered enough in this country, You would think that.
Conservative might be first.
Who's running this poll?
BBC.
BBC.
Yeah.
BBC. Then it might be Conservative, but it should be Labour.
Okay. Remember, it has to be fair though. It's not what BBC think.
That's what you think.
This is bit.
Labour.
All right.
Then Conservatives. Then Reform. Then Lib Dems. Then Greens.
Okay, so same thing Mark said, yeah?
Yeah.
Both of you are right, man.
What did I say?
Come on, man.
You said...
I said Reform last.
Yes.
So it's Green last?
Yep.
Green's always last. Trust me.
It's crazy though, Reform.
No, it's not crazy because a lot of Conservatives are going to
To reform.
Yeah,
Oh, so reform is third.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when I say conservatives, the people who voted for conservatives,
Yeah.
because a lot of UKIPs went for conservatives last time around because of Brexit.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just basically reverting to type.
Yeah, that's basically what it is, man. At the moment, it's looking like Labour 44%, Conservative 23%, Reform 14%, Lib Dems 10%, and Green Party 6%, SNP 3%, Plaid Cymru 1%, the Welsh Party, and SNP Scotland. But yeah, that's what it's looking like, man. It's easily going to be. It's definitely going to be a landslide. No chance. Conservatives have no chance. Next thing I wanted to mention is the hopes basically for an interest cut before the election has basically suffered a big blow. Yeah, man. According to the data from the ONS, it basically showed that basic pay rising. Yeah, sorry. It showed that the basic pay was rising at an annual rate of 6% in the 3 months to April. And that was flat on the figure that was reported by the ONS for the past 2 months. Also, unemployment figures have come out as well. Where are you? The unemployment rate has unexpectedly risen to its highest level for 2.5 years as well. So the rate climbed to 4.4% in February to April this year, which is up from the previous figure of 4.3% and the highest since September of 2021. You know what I'm saying? So it's not looking good at the tail end of this. And the last thing I wanted to mention is, obviously the other day you guys were talking about how Apple, there's no innovation and things of that nature. They've tried, they're looking to incorporate AI into it. So Siri's going to be...
Not Siri. Siri's
No,
AI.
it's going to get a boost with Chat GPT.
Looking to.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be doing it.
Yeah. So Chat GPT is going to be basically powering it, I guess, to some degree. There's no real talk about how in-depth the collaboration is going to be. But apparently what they're saying is it's just going to help you like kind of just look for certain things on your phone and make
So
that,
Google.
you know what I mean? Make things easier.
My
But
friend, did you not see the videos?
no. There is more. This is why Elon Musk is upset. So that's another part. Elon Musk is basically saying, I don't like this. And so he's basically saying that anyone who works for him, like Tesla and all that.
Who has an Apple?
Who has an iPhone. When this is incorporated into Apple, that phone needs to be left in a case at the door, and it's not allowed.
Is that guy normal?
No, that's fair.
You don't like
Because
ChatGPT?
integration, he feels this going to start stealing information and data from his company.
Isn't he cars?
No, not just cars.
And Twitter?
And the space thingy?
Is Apple trying to go to space?
No, Elon is.
But what?
Elon is
Yeah, exactly. So why is Apple in it?
AI.
But
Well, they're competitors in that way, though.
Plus, he don't like ChatGPT. Remember, he founded it, innit? Or was one of the founders.
Well, like Terrence Howard has patents.
Elon Musk.
Did you find it in the same way Terrence Howard has patents?
No, I think he
Patents
was,
are getting paid for.
No, I think he was one of the founders, like from the beginning. I'm not too sure. Something like that, anyway. But obviously he don't like them no more for whatever reason.
So if Android steps up their game as well, what's T? He's gonna say they're gonna lock the Androids. What is stuff gonna be allowed to use? He might as well create his own device and let them use that.
Yeah. But he's not really happy with them, man. So that's pretty much it, man. So we'll see what will happen in it with regards to how much ChatGPT is going to be moving around on the Apple device. But so what was it like, the Apple Intelligence? That's what it's called, by the way. AI, Apple Intelligence.
lovely stuff.
Very
watch the
creative.
videos, man.
All right, cool.
It's so interesting.
Okay.
But once it's on your iPhone, like permanently like that, then it's the beginning of the end.
I think we're already at the beginning of the end.
When they give that to you, they ain't updating nothing for the next 10 years.
You know, some wild corners of the interwebs believe that AI
He's the devil. I know. People really believe that.
when I say the devil, as in the technology,
Yeah.
it's actually gremlins in there doing what they did.
Oh, I thought they meant they got the source of the knowledge from the devil.
Yes, but
Is the devil working in ChatGPT?
Yeah, not just the devil, but
His minions.
yeah, man. So it's alive. It's actual spiritual entity.
Sometimes,
Who thinks this though?
A lot of people in the interwebs.
People like Terence Howard and that.
I don't know about that. I didn't hear him say anything about that. But question. Have you actually explored...
You don't even try to fight your thoughts, bro. You don't even try and fight back, ever.
Wait.
You don't even try. Any excuse. Go on.
Because I don't think we fully know how powerful AI is currently.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? We're only getting slithers, little teasers.
Will.i.am said it
right?
though. Did you ever watch his Breakfast Club interview? I think you should. I think you like it. Because he's been using AI in them Black Eyed Peas videos that I was dancing to back in the day. I didn't realize. So he was like, he goes to like a lot of meetings and stuff. But essentially, basically, he went to this retreat thing, yeah, where it's all about AI and blah, blah. And they spent like, let's just say it was like a 6-day thing, right? They spent half of those days telling them the negatives of what this could happen and da-da-da-da-da. Scared all of them, shit scared. And the rest of the 3 days, they kind of had to then had to be nice and had to create balance. But he talks about all that stuff, and he talks about like how it's, like there's so much that can be done, because obviously there's so much good people are using it for, but it also, people can talk about that one button that's in the White House. They just have to say, Siri, finish everybody, and that's it. No, don't finish everybody. Stop it. No, don't. Don't do that. Yeah, do you get what I mean? So he was talking about all of that stuff, like he's in circles where they have all these meetings and all these stuff, and scary,
Yeah, that button you're talking about, is it the briefcase where two people have to basically press it at the same time?
I'll be honest with you, I imagine the button to be different. I imagine it was under the table. I put it in a little flap. And when there's someone in front of me thinking, my friend, it just does that. Chip. And that's it. Boom goes to dynamite. That's honestly what I thought. I don't know about the briefcase. Imagine carrying the briefcase and then you trip. That's that. That's done. Can't have a clumsy person carrying that. But nah, man. Anyway.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for the People's Journal, man.
All right. What's next? Headlines?
Yeah.
All right, love them. We said
So
maybe,
1,
Yeah,
2,
but there
3,
isn't one.
3
There isn't.
over
this
there
is
by
somebody
the
take
door.
advantage.
Oh. Okay, bro. Yes, we say man good.
Oh.
Yes, bro. Good.
Oh, sorry, babes. You can't see us. Morning, Han. How are you?
Okay, fine, good.
Morning, babes. How are you? These are doing handshakes. I feel like it's like a staff meeting.
I follow the vibe, man.
All right.
All right, so our next headline, it's about Reform UK. I'm not sure if you heard about this, yeah? But Reform UK defended one of its candidates who said that Britain should have taken Hitler up on his offer of neutrality.
Hitler?
Yep. Saying the comments were probably true. Right, so the row prompted the Conservatives to directly criticise Ian Gribbin, who's the party's candidate, who was reported to have written on the website's comment section that Britain's warped mindset values weird notions of international morality rather than looking after its own people. So the BBC said that Gribbin had written that Britain needed to exercise the cult of Churchill and recognise that in both policy and military strategy, he was abysmal. He's also reported to have said that women were the sponge in gender and should be deprived of healthcare.
He should have been deprived of healthcare.
This guy is mad. Reform spokesperson told the BBC that the views of Hitler's offer were not endorsements, but were shared by the vast majority of the British establishment, including the BBC of its day, and it's probably true. Next headline, and an aircraft carrying Malawi's Vice President Saulos Chilima and 9 others have gone missing, man. The Malawi Defence Force aircraft went off the radar after it left the capital on Monday morning. The president ordered a search and rescue operation after aviation officials were unable to contact the aircraft. It was supposed to land at the Mzuzu International Airport in the country's north at about 10 o'clock in the morning. But after being told of the incident by the Defence Forces commander, the Malawian president cancelled his flight to Bahamas, who was scheduled for Monday evening. And the last headline takes us to Nigeria, man. These people.
What now?
Yeah, so basically, tragic incident. Armed gangs, locally referred to as bandits, as you know, launched an attack in Katsina State in Nigeria, resulting in the death of at least 25 individuals and the abduction of an unspecified number of villagers. The gunmen arrived on motorbikes, indiscriminately shot and looted shops before taking the villages. The residents of the area described the horrifying events, with one resident reporting a death toll exceeding 50 as bodies were still being recovered from the surrounding bush. The attack spared no one, claiming the lives of children, women and men, while leaving over 30 residents injured and in need of medical attention at a general hospital. The incident adds to a series of similar attacks in northwest and central Nigeria, where armed gangs have been carrying out acts of violence and abductions with alarming frequency. Despite government and security forces' claims of efforts to address the widespread insecurity, the attacks continue unabated, leaving residents in a state of fear and uncertainty. And that's it for the headlines. It's time to pay them bills.
All right, let's get into our interview. All right, we have returning guests, which is always a great time. You must like us that much if you can come back twice. But we've got the lovely Wright brothers back here with us again.
Yes.
And they brought a special member as well. Well, not a member, but a cast of the new play.
Yeah.
Do you want to say your names?
My name's Nathan Hector.
Yeah, I'm Ty. Shex.
Wonderful.
What's going on, man?
How are you guys doing?
You say you're
Good.
actor now. I've seen you. You've done stuff before, innit?
Yeah, done a few things, yeah. Done a few little bits and bobs, so yeah. It's my first time doing theatre in 11 years.
Oh, sick.
11 years, yeah, so.
Why are you looking at me like that? What's your problem?
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's an amazing play, amazing script. It's been a pleasure to work with these guys, so. Yeah, man, it's going to be good. It's going to
He's
be
got
really
that
good.
voice.
I do, innit?
Yeah, you do, man.
Yo, what voice?
Made for theatre, innit?
That voice.
Yeah. That's
Oh.
why
That
Max was
thing.
looking at you.
Do you sing and thing as well?
Hell no. No. Do you know what? It's funny. I actually done like performing arts at college, and the singing and dancing was included. And when I left, I said I ain't doing that. Am I allowed to swear?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I said I ain't doing that shit. Hell no.
Fair. All right. So before we get into everything about the play and stuff, we have a game that we play with our guests. You guys would know. So we think all of you should do it, basically.
Well,
I think-
everyone just jump in and just answer whenever they feel like it.
Well, don't say it like it's chaotic.
That sounds.
That sounds chaotic.
Nah, it makes sense. It can't be one person doing it. It's just got.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Because then what if he doesn't have the answer?
But we're accepting the first answer.
Yes, actually. Ooh, yeah, I like that.
So
But we don't have time to like.
no, there's
No,
no conferring.
because what is it? A minute? You got 1 minute,
basically,
You can jump in. Whoever wants to answer can answer, but we're
Yeah.
accepting the first answer.
Cool.
and yeah, you got 1 minute, and what's I say? Because I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, so it's general knowledge questions basically, or this or that, basically. So
Is that right? It's like
let's see what you guys come up with.
We done terrible last time, man.
Yeah, so you've technically got a chance to redeem yourself, and you got help this time.
and
So
at least
come
you can do
on.
better than your last performance.
Yeah,
If
man,
it
we
was
should have
that
got your
bad.
scores for last time.
Right, it was bad. But yeah.
Hopefully,
Was it like history questions or something?
sometimes a bit of this, bit of that.
It's probably easy questions. I don't understand why they've done so bad.
It's the lights and the cameras. It's a lot. But
Well.
let's go.
Yeah.
All right,
Wait, who's starting? You?
Yeah, I'll start.
all right, good.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Cinema or theatre?
Theatre.
Jagged Edge has how many members?
4, 5. Kyrie Irving plays for what NBA team?
LA. I don't know.
Acting or writing?
Right. Acting.
Acting.
Negril is a famous beach in what country?
Jamaica.
Jamaica.
All right.
What city is known as the second capital of the UK?
Birmingham.
Rishi or Stama?
Neither.
What'd you say?
Rishi or Stama?
What's that?
Okay. Which British actor had the star role in Queen and Slim?
Daniel Kaluuya.
Yeah.
Which comedian is known for stand-ups, delirious and raw?
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. TikTok or Instagram?
TikTok.
Oh, my bad. What European country has a population of 67 million?
Russia.
Okay. What is the capital city of Denmark?
Copenhagen.
Happiness,
Redeem himself.
happiness or money?
Nah, I work a lot.
Happiness.
Don't do that.
Finish this sentence. Piers Morgan is.
A racist.
There we go. That'll do it.
That works.
You guys did well, actually.
Did well, you know.
Was
I think we got all them all right.
was
no?
the Ru-
Except the Kyrie one.
was the Russia thing correct?
No, that was not.
Oh, the
right.
way you answered, I thought it was right.
No, he was laughing.
Russia's huge.
That's what I thought he was right as
Yeah,
well.
'cause you was like, my guy. You was like,
yeah, my guy.
He said
That was shade.
they said 67 million.
Now I realised.
Oh, he was shading me.
What country had 67 million? You said Russia, and I said
you
okay.
wait, 67 million.
Yes.
I thought you said 627 million.
Nah.
Well, you know I said 67.
No, I didn't. I did not. You could have said 627.
In my
million.
mind, I'm saying
67.
Russia is huge. So when you said Russia, I said okay.
So what European country has 67 million in?
UK.
England.
We're not even in the part of the EU. We're not part of Europe.
Thank you. Yes, I agree, bro.
What are you not talking about?
Trick question.
That is a good. That is good.
No, it's not.
Why?
It's not.
Yes, it is.
No, that's facts.
It's still in Europe. It wasn't in Europe.
No, we're not.
We're not in
We
the
didn't
EU.
say which European
We are in Europe. We're not in the
Union.
European Union.
Yeah.
Bro, they don't class us as Europe.
Jagged Edge.
Yeah, they got that
You got
right.
right.
Yeah.
You try to mess it up.
Yeah,
Thank God it's the first answer.
You said first answer.
Yeah, you're right. Kyrie was Dallas Mavericks. There was another one.
Yeah, I
That
think,
was it,
I think
man.
that was it, you know.
Yeah.
You guys
only
did really
two
well.
wrong.
Why was that one that was wrong? The Russia
yeah,
and the Kyrie. That's it.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. That was all right, man. That was good, man.
Yeah, I'm going to get the scores in a minute. Might be up there, you know.
I think you guys actually did really well.
Is there like a leaderboard or like?
Yeah, there is.
Allegedly. I mean, I'm still waiting for confirmation. Apparently,
Who was last
apparently
again?
there's one.
I can't remember who was last again, but
Oh, yeah, from
oh yeah, that's
yeah.
I know you got a lot going on, Brent, and you do a lot of work, but I'm gonna need a visual representation at
of
some
the
point.
leaderboard.
Yeah,
I'll
just
send it
like
to Brent.
names and numbers.
Names and numbers.
Sky up the side
We're
of the
gonna have zero
screen.
next to their name.
Please, Brent, just
I say we leave out the last.
no rush, but when you can.
I will literally do it when it
When
is.
I knew you were gonna
do
say
what
that.
I'm-
I knew you were gonna.
I think
Do you
the
know what's
world
so
would
mad?
benefit for you doing what I've asked for you to do than what it is that you're asking for me to do.
Do you know what did it? Do you know what did it? It's you saying no rush whenever you can. That was the trigger. Anyways, you guys are back. Can you please let us know what is going? So let people know, just in case they didn't watch the first time you guys were here, what you guys do.
Yeah, so we are a production company. We do film, TV, and theatre. But right now, we're kind of focused on theatre and building up the kind of UK culture of theatre scene, making it seem more accessible, open up theatre to a brand new audience, making it seem more as a motive, something fun to do. And yeah, obviously, we got our new show coming up next month, literally about 3 weeks ago. We did our last show, which you guys came to see, which was I Think I Might Cheat on My Girlfriend at the Greenwich Theatre. And yeah, man, we're ready to go again,
I missed
man.
that one, man.
Yeah,
I heard a lot of good things. about it.
Yeah,
I
sick,
heard
man.
it was
And
dope.
you would have liked the storyline as well. You guys, you would have loved the storyline, man.
What's the dates on this one?
The 4th, the 5th, and the 6th of July.
Yeah.
So Thursday, Friday, and
You're gonna be in the country, mate. Mr.
That's
Pen
the
Game.
question, bro.
I'll be here.
Yeah.
I'll be here. I think I can make it.
Fourth, fifth,
I was
sixth,
gonna
Thursday,
say I got my
Friday,
son
Saturday.
that weekend, but I think he's leaving the country as well, so I should be alright. You know what?
It's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, but I'll probably Thursday I record, so that's not happening.
Okay.
Friday or Saturday, I can make one of them though.
Yeah,
Definitely.
100, man.
Definitely, I'll be there.
100, man. 100.
I'll be there. That'll be good. I look forward to it.
Yeah, man.
You doing your thing, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man, my brother.
You know I know Nathan this whole life.
Oh, you don't know each other, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
He's known me since I was like, what, 2, 3 or something?
This is
Was that
this,
long?
this big.
Swear.
Pause.
Fun fact.
Mad.
Fun fact, yeah.
How?
you,
What,
it's
from
crazy.
the ends or?
No, like family and that.
No, I think like your cousin and my mum or something.
That's family, bro.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
Yeah, it's mad. Yeah, literally. Yeah, it's mad.
I said family. I said, no, your mum, my cousin.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I didn't like, it's mad because I was so young, I didn't remember him until he reminded me. And then when he reminded me and then I spoke to my mum,
Yeah.
she was like, yeah, it all made sense. I don't know his system. Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
man. Come down, make it a family reunion, man. Come down and watch the show, man. Trust me, you're gonna love it, man.
Trust me.
Okay.
You're gonna love it. Do you go theatre? Is that something that you do?
I want to. I was supposed to come to that show. I've
Yeah.
gone to a different one from someone else that's come up here, and obviously I do enjoy the theatre and that.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to be more cultured in that and
Yeah,
diversify
yeah.
my portfolio. So
Yeah.
it's something I want to get into. So
Which
Oh,
one?
man.
Which was the other show that you went to?
Can you remember the title? Or?
Brent, help me. It was.
Another. That's good.
It was Michael Ward doing it with Sherlock Holmes.
Yes, I saw that.
Or the West End thing. I heard that was mad.
It was different. It was good. Me and Esther went.
What was it called?
I'm not sure. The
Esther,
name.
where was
I'm
it?
not
What was
sure
it
the
called
name.
where we went? Michael Ward's show.
Where was it?
It's in Israel.
You talking about what the play was called?
Yeah, what was it called? Yeah,
Oh, I don't recall. You know.
don't recall, but it was good. But yeah, I want to get into more
shows.
more shows than that. Yeah,
Yeah, something different, man.
yeah, more culture than that. It's different. It's fun.
I would love to see you on stage though.
Who, me?
You need to get that hooked up.
Yeah,
I gotta take acting lessons and things, but I'll do it. You know, I'll do it. I know how to project.
You rap anyway, so you know about obviously
stage
like
presence,
performance and everything
Stage
like
presence,
that. So,
breathing
yeah,
control, cadence. I'll do the lead. I'll do the lead of the whole thing. Yeah, I'll just.
You know what? I just
sorry.
I'll ask you.
So sorry. It was gonna bug me. It's called This Play Is a Lie. Remember, it was all a.
It was all a lie.
Ugh,
Okay, yeah, this place is
Fun
fine.
lie. Okay.
This is a bit off topic, yeah. But in terms of music and stuff,
Yeah.
I told you this years ago, and I think you've forgotten. You see your song is All On Me? We need that on all streaming platforms. I don't know what you're doing.
They're just okay. Don't do that to me.
Yeah, that's a Nah, serious, big facts.
I'm gonna sort it out. There's a couple of other ones released.
Like,
on
you
the
got to stay
DSPs.
ready on there with K Coke and that Malik guy. We need It's All On Me on
I'm gonna sort it
DSPs.
out. I'm gonna fix it.
I like that. I like guests that come in and request things.
Don't listen to anything he's saying. See how he's saying he's gonna fix it? Makes a whole set of promises, never follows through.
Wow.
Wow. How you throwing your mans under the bus like this?
Sorin, did he just bow his head because he was on telling the truth?
Wow.
Wow. Response.
Shame.
It's not the time to get into this, so
It really isn't. It really
you've
is
got to
not.
be guided. And it's not about me. It's about the Wright brothers. And
It's about
Table for One.
Yes.
For one.
Yes.
So what is Table for One about?
Table for One is it's a romantic comedy about a guy called Kane who's going through like a chaotic change in his life where all of his friends are settling down, getting partners,
Are
finding.
you Kane?
No.
Because last time.
Yeah, no. That was
I thought it was
entirely
in the
acting. That it was mad, didn't it? It was entirely acting. But yeah, no, I'm not Kane. He's being played by Daniel Dunya. So he's an upcoming, not upcoming. He's an actor and comedian. There's a lot of sketches on social media. I'm sure you probably all seen him. So he's playing the lead role. He's doing a great job. And it's a story about him kind of going through that change in life where people around him are settling down and he's struggling to do that because he's been exposed to quite chaotic relationships from his parents, people around him. He doesn't have an idea of what love is. And yeah, it's a funny sort of journey. It's a funny story, but it's also quite sad and quite reflective because in many ways it might not be the typical rom-com that you might expect. So we're excited to see how our audience will take that.
Yeah. It's similar to what we've done, but it's also very different at the same time.
Yeah,
so,
theme-wise.
yeah, man, it's nice.
So, and I think in terms of Wright brothers, like when you mentioned who Wright brothers are, I think one of the things that we want to try, that we do as well, is about balancing the narrative and changing the sort of the stories that are told from within our community. And that's not to say that we haven't got space for other stories. Like, bro, we all have been through different, and I always say we all have been through different experiences. Every story relates to a certain person and their journey, but we want to see more variety on the scene. So and film and TV is expensive, so we can't do that every day. Whereas theatre is not as expensive, and we can control the narrative a bit more.
Good.
How did the obviously the play we went to before, I think I might actually My Girlfriend, influence this one? Or they're completely separate?
Completely separate. So the characters are completely new, completely different story. It's just from the only common theme is that it's from the same two people, which is our stories.
Yeah. Are you guys in it this time?
No.
Oh really? I wouldn't miss you guys seeing you guys on stage. Why's that?
Oh man.
Do you know what it is? We had access to a brilliant cast, and we was like, we wanna. Do you know what I mean? Like, and also as well, it's just like there's a lot that we do behind the scenes as well, because obviously we're independent. It's literally just me and Shex. We do have a few other people that we work with as part of the team, but most of the work is us. So as you can imagine, there's a lot in it. So we want to kind of focus more behind the scenes and kind of build that up as well. But we'll be back on stage soon, Definitely.
That's really
man.
cool though, because even last time, when I think about last time, you guys are really, really great. Like really performed like amazingly. But then you're right. There's all this stuff going on behind the scenes as well that you guys are sorting out at the same time.
Every single thing. Marketing, promo, PR, stage, props, everything. we leave. So at the moment, our team is growing, and we're really grateful about that. We have more people coming on the team that are specialised in certain areas, so we can fall back a bit. But it's not just this show that we're working on. We're working on expanding Wright Brothers to a scale where we're going to have multiple shows on in multiple cities, and we can't be in all of them. So this is kind of getting us used to the whole idea of all right, we get the script written, we get the direction done, we get our team on board, and then we kind of let them do their thing. So at one point, we'll probably have multiple shows on at the same time with different casts in different areas.
Yeah, that's really
Does everyone in this cast have experience in acting then?
This guy's trying to see if he can get his little role.
No, I'm fine. Obviously, he's not promised me, so I'm there already.
I promise you, it was a suggestion 5 minutes ago.
I took it as a promise.
It's a done deal now.
It's a done deal. I'll do what I got to do, but I'm talking about these lot.
That's true, actually. Do you only cast people that have previous acting or theatre experience?
Not necessarily theatre, but performance. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is as well is that we do go through a level of casting as well. So we do read-throughs with the cast. We do some reads with them. Do you know what I mean? And we make sure that everyone is show ready. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Well, there's a level that we can work with, like a base level that we can work with when we get to rehearsal. So some of them haven't done theatre before, but that's not to say that they can't act. And it's not to say that we can't, improve them and kind of develop them during rehearsal. So that's kind of...
What happened if someone gets stage fright?
Bro.
Oh, look. He's got it. He's getting it.
Sorry.
The timing of that is funny though.
I think that's part of rehearsals, man. We have to get them out of that process of feeling like they're gonna feel any type of nerves in the audience or on the stage. And at rehearsals, we try and bring more and more people gradually, so they're used to people being in the audience. We had a rehearsal yesterday and had quite a few people to sit in the audience watching what was going on. Yeah. So they're just getting used to that process and not feeling, the nerves. But obviously, show day, man, and you can never control every variable, man. So it's a good question though.
Let me give you another good question. Esther, last time he came in, was his feet crossed like that?
When I came.
Elevation, man, I loved it.
Wait, what?
I say you're sitting there like a proper like a proper chief. I love that for you.
Yeah,
Because I was seeing the knee, I was like, where's that from?
Where's that from?
That's the I get money leg cross.
Listen, next time you come, you're like, red carpet. Love that.
What's your character?
There's a character called Jonathan, and he's a delivery driver. And he's mad confident. He loves women. And I think he's a little bit like, he knows what he wants, but he doesn't want to leave the game, you know? And his delivery bag is everything. His
bag he gets from his delivery?
Yeah, like his job is his pride and joy.
Okay, like every other Brit, fair enough.
Yeah, like he's a proper, like in his mind, he's a boss. Like, I'm the greatest delivery driver in the UK. Okay. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, fun guy, man, fun character.
If you weren't playing your character, which other character would you have wanted to play?
Say it again?
If you weren't playing your character, which other character would you have wanted to play?
In the play? Probably Desmond, Probably
Desmond?
There's a character called Desmond.
Christopher Savage.
Oh, okay.
But the only thing is, my Jamaican accent is awful.
Where are you from?
Dominica, Grenada. Yeah, just a small island.
Okay.
Chris is funny. I watched
He's
him,
hilarious.
He was hosting in a comedy show I went to a couple of weeks ago.
The
First time I
guy's
seen him do stand-up. I know he does all sketches and stuff like that.
Yeah,
It was the first time I watched him on stage working, but he's funny, man.
He's funny.
hilarious.
His character,
good.
yeah, he's funny, bro.
But I feel like everyone in the cast kind of knows,
Yeah.
everyone in the cast can relate to their character in some way, shape, or
Okay,
form.
that's good.
You know?
Was that intentional from you guys?
100%. And that's part of the casting. Do you know what I mean? We make sure that obviously we know who we want. When we obviously once the script is written and we have an idea, okay, cool, this is the kind of profile that we want for the person that we want to play this role. And then as I said, we do the read-throughs, we do kind of like a casting, read with them. And then, obviously we make a decision from there. So, 100%. And everyone that we've got for the roles, we feel is perfect. Basically.
When you get the role, is it like a done deal, or can someone be, lack of a better word,
Not good enough.
shit? Well, not good enough, and then you're like, actually, this is not for you. We'll call you back another time.
So saying they had someone in mind, and then
You come there,
like,
you're reading, they're thinking, you're not really a right fit, and they're like, you know what? We'll call you back another time for another play. You guys look very nervous.
You can see them on their faces, isn't it?
No, there's no nerves, bro. No, I mean, you know what? Things happen, right?
There we go. Things happen.
It's not. I wouldn't say it's down to not being good enough. Like we haven't experienced that. Put it that way. We haven't experienced something not being good enough. But sometimes there are outside things that are happening in people's lives or something that could affect, the process with rehearsals. Their commitment or, it's an open conversation we'll have with them and just say, look, is this something that works right now? Or is it something that, maybe we can have a conversation when, you're not as busy or maybe there's not as much going on in your life outside. But we haven't come to a case where somebody's not good enough yet, no.
You know what it is, yeah? When you're right for me, I don't want to be typecast. So
First of
I need
all,
something I need a role with depth
what did it make you like
and
a
integrity.
pastor?
Detective or something.
Just something with, I need to show range.
100%.
You know what I'm trying to say? That I need to show range.
I said I need to show range. I can't stand you.
And I'm trying to emotionally connect to the role. You know what I mean? Anyway, you don't know.
I think you've been sick at it there. Because you're actually, you're one of the people that you're actually good at things that you do.
I've done drama in secondary school, bro. What's man talking about? Like, take my first rodeo.
Like riding a bicycle, right? It's like riding a bicycle, right?
You get what I'm saying?
Ridiculous. I don't know why we're entertaining this conversation.
Out of all the casts, who have you guys enjoyed working with the most, fun-wise, for you all?
Obviously, forget Nathan's here.
Do you know? I say all the cast, honestly. I don't know. It's
Such a
probably-
PR.
No, but you know it is.
Nah, man, he's on the fire.
No, but everyone has something different. You know what I mean? Like you said,
Okay,
Chris
yeah,
Tavish
fair.
is funny, so he's like, he's like one of the big comedic characters in the show. So when you see it, he's going to be. Do you know what I mean? Everyone obviously is funny, but like he's one of the main things, and he adds his own level of dynamism to the character. So it's incredible.
Yeah.
So everyone, Daniel's great as well. Charlie's great. Like trust me, you'll love it, man.
Right, you give me the real answer.
I agree. Everyone in the cast is doing an amazing job. They're all bringing their A game to the show.
That's it.
But I think my personal favorite, and this is probably because I'm blown away the most, is got to be Charlie Mace.
I wanted to ask
sorry, it's
what
gotta be
role
Charlie
Charlie's
Mace,
playing
man.
because I think he's so funny.
For me
Hilarious.
personally, only because, and I think it's because I wasn't expecting what he's
Oh,
bringing
really?
to it. You see, like, I knew he was great because
Yeah.
obviously we're not going to work with him that we know can't bring it out, pull it out of the bag. But for me, it was just like, yeah, he's great. Yeah, that's just my personal opinion.
Can you tell us what character he's playing? Or is that too much info?
Yeah, his character's called Nathaniel. He's like a lover boy. He is Kane's best friend, but they're at a point in their life where their whole life they've been doing the whole playboy for life type of vibe, and then now he's like broken away and he's met someone, and it's about the contention that it causes to their friendship.
Okay.
So yeah.
So then with the characters that do like stuff outside of that, so someone like Charlie Mace, like, I would expect to hear a cheeky little line about like Mr. Cheeks or something.
That what he's known for.
Yeah, so like, do you work that into the scripts?
Sometimes, like
Okay.
in the last one we done, we had Big Tobes and he had a line.
Oh yes, I
where he said,
remember.
You know my style.
Yeah, that was funny.
So you made a great suggestion about Leanne should have said this guy's so obsessive or something like
Yes,
that.
it's so obsessed with me because
You know
that's what she was
what?
known for. Love
Didn't
Island.
think of that, but that would have been great to add.
I think you guys
though.
give me the writers room personally. So you got someone to act here, you got a writer, I think we're working it.
So anywhere we can add in those gems,
Yeah.
we definitely do.
That's really good.
You have Lipson in this one?
We almost did.
We,
why are you taking it
no
out?
Lipson in this one
I said
actually.
if it was up to him.
No, we almost did.
So why are you saying like that?
No, I'm saying when I say we almost did,
Reminiscent ways like I was so
This
close.
Yeah, we almost did.
What
Basically,
is
at the end of one of my scenes, I was meant to get intimate with my co-star,
Yeah.
and it turns out that she just wasn't really on it. But we've worked around it, and yeah.
Was she not on it after you? Did you have a trial before she wasn't on it?
No. She just didn't feel comfortable.
Do you know, it was more. Do you know what the story that we had? Because the character that he had has developed over time, and I think originally when we wrote it, it made sense in the story. But his character, there's some nice gems that his character brought during rehearsals that he brought to the table.
Yeah.
And we think there's some funnier ways to end that scene, basically.
Okay,
That's
then,
kind of
then
where
yeah,
we've
100%.
landed.
So I was going to ask you, like, how much influence do the cast members have on the actual script?
Yeah, it's very collaborative. Rehearsal is very collaborative, innit?
Yeah.
And obviously Nathan, like
Yeah.
tell us what you think from your
I
perspective.
think for me, man, like I've worked with a lot of directors, and I worked on a lot of projects, and I've never really been given that freedom.
Okay.
And here, I've been given that freedom to kind of add my own lines,
Okay.
have my own action.
Make it your own.
Making my own thing, and like we'll kind of just bounce off each other and go back and forth. You know what I'm
So
saying?
you'd have to just be cut. Cut. My character wouldn't say this.
I know him. He don't talk like this.
And we get that, and it's fine, but obviously, as the kind of creative leads, we will have the last say. We'll say, nah, this is, but will we explain the intention and the motivation behind it?
Yeah.
And what's your objective in the scene? What's the character trying to get to? Because it's all a journey in it. So it might not make sense now because you're thinking at the scene, but it plays a part later on, do you know what I'm trying to say? And that's what we try to explain. So it's collaborative, but sometimes we have to kind of stick to the creative process, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I was gonna say, go on, sorry.
Like my character has a thing for locations. Do you know what I'm saying? But like that's come over time. That's been a thing that's come over time. Like I think doing that, it just adds the location thing just adds more. Yeah, you know. So obviously there's a I don't want to give away too much, but there's like a scene where he mentions a few people from a few different areas.
Okay, yeah.
But I think that's now a thing in like most of my scenes now. You know what I mean? But that's because we've gone back and forth and I like, yo, that would sound sick here and that would sound sick here, and making a thing of the delivery bag, like, and the emphasis on that is gonna have people in stitches, 110%.
And do you know what as well? When it comes to the ad-libbing and improvisation and things, it's easy to do that and allow that freedom when you're working in stage and theatre. Film, you're limited to a certain time. You have certain shots that you can't really have that much. You can't go off script that much. And I think Nathan's done a lot more film over the past as opposed to theatre. So that's why we can have that much freedom, because stage is kind of like, you really can have fun with it. It's like a playground.
So what happens if someone goes rogue, like, on stage?
You give me rogue vibes, you know.
You
give me
Man, this guy just letting it breathe. He did disclaimers from earlier.
You don't even know who he is. So if you try to act confused, be like, well, I did tell you guys, I did ask the question.
But has someone ever done that? Maybe because they had to like save a moment, or someone forgot a line,
and had to kind of
that, you know, so someone just had to just off the cuff just I don't know, just throw something in that's just not even part of it or something like that.
It happens, and I feel like sometimes cast members have this perception sometimes where they have certain things they want to say, but they don't do it in rehearsals. Then when show day comes, they do it.
Okay.
And it's not always like crazy stuff. It's stuff that's probably like really minimal, but it might be a joke or a little ad lib that they save till the actual show day.
Is that annoying?
It's not. As long as it's not massively impactful to the scene, then it's okay. I probably, when I've mentioned it, one of those before, I've picked up on it, but sometimes it works really well. Like, I don't know if you know Lola Jagan. She's a comedian. She does a lot of great stuff. We worked with her many years ago in a show, and she added in a line which we never heard until show day, which worked amazingly well. So there is room for that, but it really needs to be. Yeah, and we watch the shows, and whether we're backstage or whether we're in the audience, we watch the shows and pay attention. So if it happens and it doesn't work, we'll tell them.
Don't do that again.
So when you're making all these shows, like, what do you deem like a successful show? Like, is it success? Is it because of how it's come out and how you feel on the day, or is it just like ticket sales and what like you earn, or is it?
What's the metric?
Like, if you're not, well, obviously you wouldn't go into something that you wouldn't be comfortable in. But say like you was getting reviews, if like critiques, and they was like over like exceeding your expectations and all that. Like, would that change how you feel about things, or is it just set for yourself? Like, you have got certain things that you want to meet, and this is how you deem success, whether the critics like it or whatever.
I would say for the first part of the question is when we get 10 out of 10 on from your podcast, innit, about our shows. But
the day after,
what was I going to say? To be honest with you, we've always believed in our projects and we always stand behind it, innit. So for us, it's more about the engagement, how people respond to it, how people talk about it online, and obviously on their shows, on their platforms as well. But not even to sound like, I don't want to sound like, cocky or anything like that. But like, we stand behind it. We believe in it. Like, if we say this is going to be a great show, like, it's going to be a great show. Yeah. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Like, it's going to be a great show. And yeah, man.
How would you handle disappointment then? Again, like, you say like, I don't even know, like, making music.
Yeah.
There could be a song, and wrote this song, and I think this song's cold. I'm performing it, doing it around the house, just learning it, and I'm thinking, this is cold. And then for whatever reason, when I get into the studio and I record it, it's just not hitting. I can't get it to sound like what it sounded like in my head, kind of thing. And it's just not right, and I just don't go with it. You know what I'm trying to say? Can that happen can you like be disappointed, or can you like feel like you under-delivered in something once it's done?
Just on that example quickly, would you still release that song then if you was?
No.
And that's what I think what we would do. Not that we wouldn't put the show on, but we rehearse. We'll just keep doing it, innit? To the point where it's at a level of it's show ready and it's great. And if you do a show and it fails and it flops and it bombs, again, not that we've experienced it, then it's just learning at the end of the day. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And we just keep moving in it. It happens. You know, I'm sure we're not the first company that would have experienced it. You know, we just keep going. So,
there's two things I want to pick up on. The first one was about the audience reactions. I feel like one thing that was big for me growing up was that I was always trying to make everyone happy, like trying to be the main guy when it comes to everything in my life, when it comes to girls, friends, whatever. And even when it came to creative, and Ty knows, we've been doing this thing for ages, like in different forms. And I used to never release anything. We used to shoot loads of stuff, and I say, nah, it's not good enough. It's not good enough, because I was held back by pleasing others. Where I am now, I really like. I'm not gonna say I don't care, because that sounds like it's a little bit like, you know, dismissive. But I care about the people that like what I do. If you don't like it, then fair enough. Then don't come back, kind of thing, innit? We haven't heard anything like that, and I'm sure maybe some people have walked away and be like, it was alright. And we haven't heard that before. But if it happens, that's fine. It's not necessarily for them, and it's not something we're not trying to convert them to become fans of ours. We just like, no worries, we'll just keep it moving. But then to the second point, if you had, like, Ty, that was a good question Ty asked you back about if it didn't work and you weren't feeling it, you're not going to release it. So we'll make the sacrifices we need to make it show day. If there's things that don't, like, we might write a script and be like, this is a 6 scene. When we start rehearsing it, it's like, oh, this isn't really, and that happens all the time. We got to just make changes. Like, it might feel a bit flat. We cut this line, we add another line. Whatever we need to do, change the emotions, whatever we need to do to get it ready to come to go to show day. So by the time show happens, we stand by our projects 100%. We believe it's going to do well.
You know how you said that sometimes you have rehearsals with people there. So when they're there, are they just there to get the cast used to faces in the audience, or are they there as well to give you guys feedback on the play as well?
A bit of both. So some did you going to say something?
No, go on.
Oh, so some are other parts of our team. Like we might have the marketing team that are there, might have a social media team that are there, because they're just watching to maybe get inspiration for some of the stuff that they're working on, or the stage management team might be there. So they're all there for different reasons, but we also do have some other people that come in and, you know, as like dropping directors. Like, for example, we have somebody, Ricky Henry, he's a fantastic director. He's, you know, done a lot of massive theatre plays that have toured globally, and he comes down to rehearsal. Sometimes he adds input. He might watch a scene and be like, you know, guys, maybe you can try and add a bit of this or do that, and then we might tell the cast, you know what, try this. So it's different purposes people serve, but we don't have anyone there that's not really serving a purpose.
That's really good though. I feel like you got to have the right mindset to do what you guys do, because if someone's giving you suggestions, you can't take it personally. You can't be arrogant in receiving it. And I feel like you guys have got a really good attitude with that, with the receiving criticism.
Couple questions. Nathan, why did you say yes to Wright Brothers?
Because I loved what they were doing, man. I mean, we tapped in about four years ago. And then lockdown happened, and then it just didn't happen. And then they came to me with this and was like, yo, we're working on a new play. Want to send you the script. Read the script, fell in love instantly. I called my agent, I said, I'm doing this. There's no two ways about it. I have to do this. And she was like, are you sure? Like, you've done a lot of film. Are you sure about you want to go back into theatre? And to be fair, I wasn't fucking sure, but I done it anyway. Because it's like, it's daunting, isn't it? You know, I mean, it's different. Because I do a lot of hosting and stuff as well. So, like, doing a show on tour for an artist versus an intimate 400 capacity theatre play is very, you know, it's two different things. But I just said, look, like, I want to do it. I want to challenge myself. And it's worked out. It's going to be great.
Still on you.
Damn.
Let's just say you got a script and it was ill, right? But the directors were absolute bellends, bastards. You don't like working with them, but the script was sick.
Yeah.
Would you still take it?
Have I worked with them before? Like, how do I know they're bellends if I haven't worked with them?
Oh, sometimes you can tell.
Let's say
Their reputation precedes them.
and other actors and whatnot also basically tell you this is how they treat me, this, that, and next. But they've given you the script. You need to do this, and you know full well they probably not you guys because you guys are wavy, but these directors, you know exactly how they're going to be treating you, but they always produce class.
It depends what mood I'm in, you know. I'll probably just put put it to the side. They're not you guys are my friends in my real life. But like, they're not my friends, innit? Do you know what I mean? It's all business. Again, you guys are friends in my real life. But yeah, no, do you know what? It's just about professionalism, isn't it? You know, not everyone is gonna get along on every project. You know, it's just what it is. You know, but and also like I don't listen to what other people say. I'm a grown man. Like if you can listen to what someone else says about someone else and let it sway your mind, like you're not. I've got a mind of my own. So like if I've got 3 actors telling me, oh, I wouldn't work with those guys. That's your experience. It's not mine because I haven't worked with them. You know, and I haven't heard anything bad about these two. You know, so.
All right, what was the most difficult thing?
Still on me? Wow.
Yeah. Before I go over to the Wright brothers, what's the most difficult thing for you working with them on this particular play?
Say that one more time, bro.
What's the most difficult thing that you encountered working with them on this? It may not be like mad, but you'd be like, little testing.
Probably slowing down on my lines. You know, I feel like sometimes I might, the nerves might get to me and I might rush. And they'd be like, yo, just take your time kind of thing. You know what I mean? Because on show day, I don't want it to just seem like I'm just rushing, you know? So just take your time, own the character, projection, delivery, you know? And again, like when you're doing film, not that it doesn't matter, but it don't because it does, but it doesn't because you can cut and then just do it again, you know? And you can do 5, 6 different takes. In theatre, there's no time for, oh yeah, cut, let's go again because you've got an audience in front of you. So.
Having said that, are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready. There's still some tweaking to do, of course. Like, but it's me. Is when it's you. You're never gonna feel like it's perfect. You know what I mean? You just do the best you can.
Can the cast see the audience, or is it one of them things where it's like dark?
It's the first couple rows. I think you can see people. But then as you get kind of further up, you can't see anyone. But for me, when I'm on stage, I don't even look for people. I just find a spot way up where the tech box is, and that's always been. So when you saw the show, I'm just looking up there somewhere, not trying to catch any eye contact. So that
will take you out, man.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Like, I remember one time I done a show and I walked out, and the first person I saw was a girl that I was seeing at the time. It just threw me off. Like,
why then? What's she like?
No, you know, it's like you don't want to. It's just because if you're thinking about them looking at you, just thinking about them.
You're aware that she's
aware. That's it. So
it's funny as well because one of our first shows, that we did back in the day. Sorry to cut you.
No.
We had one of our brethrens in it who's a bit one of our road brethrens in it, and he came to our shows. He didn't understand what theatre was, so we're on stage performing. He's like, "Yo, Ty."
No.
You're on stage.
Yo, man's here, fam. Yo, what's the Wi-Fi? And I'm in character. I'm trying to perform.
Wi-Fi.
And I'm trying to perform, and he's just Ty.
Wait, was he at the front row? Was he at the front row? Was he at the front row?
I can't even remember where he was sitting. It was nearby. This is a long time ago.
You just got to take somewhere, man. Use the shirt.
Is he coming to this show?
You can't.
He knows. He's a lot better now. He's a lot better now. Still,
People don't
like that.
Can you imagine that your friend is like, "Hey, speak up." Can't hear the back here.
Ty, did you tell him off after?
Yeah,
but he didn't understand the concept. That's part of theatre as well, though. Like where we come from, like theatre's not a thing. Like we've been acting for a long time, not consistently, but we've been doing it for a long time before it became the thing to do.
Yeah.
So when we were I remember I was telling people back in the day, like, yo, I'm gonna get into acting. Even my brethren were like acting. Like, what? Who acts now?
Everybody.
Yeah, and it's not a bad thing. We embrace it, but it's the same as theatre. Like theatre is probably a little bit behind. Like film and TV are obviously way ahead. You mention theatre now, it's still gonna have that like theatre. Like what? But when you come and see the show, it's a converting show. It's a show that you'll go to and be like
100. Mark wants to be in it now as well, man. So we get it there, man.
How do you do it? Are you have to break character to do with hecklers and thing? Or is...
No, how are you gonna roast people in the middle of a play?
Just quickly. Shut up. back to.
Anyway, what's your number?
Boys. When can we get DVDs?
Man said DVDs.
But who uses DVDs?
I don't know if anyone still owns a DVD player.
When I say DVDs,
footage.
That's so stupid. Yeah.
You're a tech guy, so this is not you.
When are you guys going to do it so that we can access it after the fact?
We film all of our shows broadcast quality. The last one we done, we have that shot and filmed, and we're gonna do the same for this. But we because we have some conversations like we're trying to start a conversation with Amazon about like licensing. So like Tyler Perry, all of them these people will get loads of views on their shows afterwards. So if we can get it to a place where we can have a conversation and make it kind of worthwhile, then that'd be
really good.
Yeah, but we do shoot them broadcast quality 3-4 camera setup.
That's really good.
Sick.
Right, so it's on platforms like these to make sure that we push so that more people basically see the kind of they'll be able to see the car and other clips.
But you could push them out yourself, innit? Once the show's out of
Oh,
theater,
yeah,
you can
yeah.
push them out
Yeah,
yourself and
yeah.
just go behind the paywall.
We
and
could,
that.
yeah, I mean, we can share footage. Obviously, if you want to have footage, we can be happy to share stuff and like clips and like some viral moments from the shows.
Yeah,
so we can do all that.
That'd be sick, man. Because I'm thinking Tyler Perry got where he got because of not just the people that turned up, but we were able to watch it
Online.
Yeah.
So
100%.
I believe that more and more people would want to basically now support your next thing because they've seen what you've done.
Yeah.
They didn't know about it because they weren't there live, but be able to see it after the fact.
Yeah. We're gonna shoot it. We're just not sure yet how to release it. Like what we don't want to do is just throw it on YouTube and then have like 100 views just sitting there for the sake of. So we need to think of a way to make it make sense. But we'll definitely shoot it. We're gonna think of a way to make it make sense to actually put the footage out. Actually, also we potentially working with Femi Oyeniran.
Oyeniran.
Yeah, obviously an amazing guy, pioneered the industry. He's come to a few of our shows as well. Big fan of ours, like we are of his as well. So there's definitely potential of working with him because he's got his streaming platform as well. So we're thinking about doing something with him in that as well. So there's quite a few different things we're gonna chop up.
How much time goes into it? So say you get the idea, tape for one, cool, we're writing it now. Like to actually the first like live show, how long does that take?
So we finished the last show October, was the end of October, I think it was. And then we started writing straight away, right?
Straight away.
Was it after Christmas? Just before Christmas we started, I think. And then we finished the script end of January.
2 to 3 months. 2 months, yeah.
Yeah, about end of January. And then we got into rehearsals, I think, what was the rehearsals? End of March.
End of March, yeah.
So,
quite a long process.
Yeah.
But we do, if we had like, because I do other stuff outside of here, other stuff, business-wise, work life, everything, and same as Ty. So, like, we don't focus 100% solely on this every single day. But if we did, we can bring those timings in a lot more.
Okay. So like you said, say you had the other stuff aside, yeah. What would be an ideal amount of like the output every year? To Wright Brothers, you lot are doing this full time and everything. How many shows do you think you could produce every year?
8 shows.
Okay.
So maybe even 9 shows, like 3 in the first third of the year, 3 in the second, and then 3 in the last. But that can be that wouldn't even be ideal. Ideal would be even more than that because that is still relatively doable if you're focusing on it full time. But yeah. But it's difficult because obviously and that's why we have to work with different people and different casts because there's only so much you can really sell something to an audience. So and it's not even just about cast actually; it's about marketing spend. Because when you get heard by more voices, and the project can sell more. But that's why we start thinking about going to different cities. We go Birmingham, we go Manchester, we go here, we go there, and and then one show can sell for a year. Like we can keep bringing it back or keep doing it in different places, going on a year tour. So it's quite a lot of ways.
So what goes into that? So obviously, right now you've got it for 3 days, right, from Thursday to Saturday. What makes you say 3 days and not 7 days, for example?
It's about not growing too quickly. Do you know what I mean? Or it's about steadying the ship and just building that consistent fan base in it. Because we did it at Pleasance. So the last show that we did it at Pleasance before, as we mentioned, and that's 150 capacity.
Okay.
So we did that for 3 nights. So that's like 450 people across the 3 nights, right? This one was 400 alone in 1 night. So we're already jumping for quite a bit.
Okay.
And then again, it's about, enforcing our ethos, enforcing our company values and letting people know what theatre is, what we're trying to do. So once we've built that once we've done this a few times and we're like, cool, we're consistent with getting that crowd out across the 3 days, then we can start looking at doing longer runs basically in it. Okay. But also as well as that, it's obviously spending it. We're independent. It's obviously just us two doing it. There's only so much the money kind of goes at the moment. So yeah.
And I think just to add to that, we're not like our aim isn't to sell the most tickets. Our aim is to get the right people to see the show because then they'll be the people that are going to speak to us and say, all right, let's scale it up this way. Okay. So it's not really about we're doing a 7-day or we've done a 7-day run before. Places, but it's not like we want to do. We want to do 12, 14-day run, but we don't want to do it off our own back. We want to invite quality people. Like we've got our press night on the 4th. We're going to have some great industry people that are going to be there, people that you may know, people that you may not know. that can tap into the project in many different ways. And if those people come, then it can grow exponentially overnight, rather than us having to do the legwork of trying to sell 14 nights on our own independently, which ain't really a fun experience.
Is that is fair and stuff like the end goals for you, like, as far as like writers and creators, or is it like, do you see it more as like a stepping stone for like TV and film and stuff like that, or?
Yeah, 100%, man. I'm not sure if we mentioned it last time, but when we did one of our first shows, that got picked up by a production company, and that's in development right now to be a feature film.
Okay.
So that's being worked on. I don't know if you saw Riches, that was on ITV and Amazon.
I watched that.
Yeah, so the production company behind that is actually what's working on our film. So you're like proper giants in the industry. So yeah, to answer your question, yeah, the goal is to, you know, put on our shows, show that it works. Because the thing is that one of the key things of getting that deal off the ground was the producers being at our show and seeing it, and seeing how the audience respond to it, seeing how the writing works, and seeing that, okay, there's an audience for this type of show, this type of writing, this type of voice. I think last time I came on here, I mentioned about, you know, when you write for your audience, you write for your voice, in other rooms that don't get it, it doesn't
translate.
work. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But when you bring them into the room and say, no, actually it does work, then you know, then things can happen. So yeah.
That was right. I don't know if you saw that video of Bobby Schmurder when he's dancing on the tables when he's trying to get like label meeting. It's like if he was performing that amongst his audience, people would be going off. They're all sitting down with their notepads. Like, that was the most awkward thing. So it's like when we write a script with our voices and we send it to these production companies or send it to a commissioner, that's what it's like. It's like you're throwing Bobby Schmurder into a room of executives. It doesn't really land well. But when they come and see Bobby Schmurder on stage with 1,000, 10,000 people, it lands and they get
That's really good, mate. In a way, it's almost like a cheat code. Obviously, it's not an easy thing that you guys do. Well, because when we had Ajani as well about Dreaming Whilst Black, like, and you hear a lot of people say that anyway, a lot of black writers, you always have to explain the character. You have to explain why he talks like this, why this character has to look like this, why. So having them actually come to see and then see that, no, there is an audience for this, because that's always what they tend to tell black writers and, you know, like, oh, is there an audience for it? Is it really going to, do you mean all those questions? So
exactly.
If you can see in 4K, that's really good. That's very smart.
Yeah.
And what it's come with its challenges though. I don't know if you mentioned last time we came, but we had a show on ITV2 which was a sketch show that us two both starring in. It was our show named after us. But this was just before the break came and everyone was doing comedy and black comedy, and it was really a thing that they were embracing. So we had to experience a show that the show that came out and went on screen wasn't what we wanted it to be. It wasn't our voice. So it was like we've gone through that turmoil. So now it's like, let's not go that way again. Let's find a different way. Now it's not as bad because, you know, we have our voices and they're accepted and we're heard for who we are. So it's not as bad, but we're still trying to find a way to navigate, and rather than having to send 1 million scripts out and trying to get funding and all of these things which aren't easy when you got contacts, we just put on a show and
it's
say,
funny though,
really
because even with that, so even during that process when we was working with ITV, they was obviously, you know, we was giving them scripts, we think this is funny, this will work. They were like, nah, we don't think this is gonna work. They was batting away all of our ideas and they wanted us to do their ideas, right? But we actually did a show, we did a live show at Rich Mix, and they came to watch it. And they actually changed their mind when they saw it. They was like, oh, wow, this stuff is funny.
Now we get it,
Do you know what I'm trying to say? And they was like, yeah, we can use some of your ideas, actually. So,
Can you now?
you know what I'm trying to say? So, yeah. So, again, and for me as a writer anyway, I'm just like, you know what? This is what I was saying, but I don't want to be cocky or sound boastful, but I'm like, no, I stand behind what I do. I know it's good.
Yeah, I know
it's dope. Like, when I say it's going to be good, it's going to be good.
But you have to, though. You have to have that mindset. Otherwise, you will walk into rooms and they will make you change your mind. And I feel like you have to be confident in who you are and what you're doing.
100.
Otherwise, you're open to changes and you will never really know what you're doing. Because it's wherever the wind blows. It's wherever the vibe they tell you you should go for in this room, that's where you're going to go. So I feel like you have to have that mindset and that attitude.
And that's why we want them to come to our space. Let's not even bother go to them. Let's not do Bobby Schmurder out here. Just come to our space and come and check out what we've got going on.
Exactly.
And it just makes it a bit more easier.
It's always best when you just do for self and all that proof of concept and stuff like
Exactly,
that.
exactly.
There's no point arguing with people because you're the professional and you're arguing with people who haven't got the expertise to tell me
Literally.
what's good or what's not. And that's
Exactly.
probably one of the most frustrating things because
Has to
obviously
be.
you can get things wrong all the time and stuff like that, whatever. But there's times
You
when
don't
you're
even
working
know
from a
about
place
this
stuff you're saying
industry,
like I know this is good.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's not, I don't understand.
Exactly.
This is not even up for. It's not even up for debate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can even get like you can start to get cocky in the sense of anybody that don't think this is good, doesn't know what they're talking about. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I
Like,
taste this shit.
yeah, like, you've got terrible taste. Like this is sick. You know what I'm trying to say? So.
That's really good, man.
So when you guys came to watch the show, obviously I know you didn't see it, but like, what was did you have like any? Obviously, we came and you spoke about it. Like, what did you think going into it? As opposed, obviously, I mean, we know you spoke about it after, so we know you enjoyed it. But like, what was that journey like for you guys?
Was it what you were expecting in a way, or like?
I think it was better than what I was expecting. But what I was expecting, close your mouth. First of all, no, I didn't ask for ad-libs. But what I was expecting was really good.
Yeah.
But like it was
Okay.
even it exceeded
100%.
the good that
expectations.
my good expectation. I knew I was gonna have a great time.
Yeah.
I mean, from the conversation we had with you guys, like you guys are not that if you're new to it, it means you're crap or anything like that. But you guys have been putting in work for years. I mean, we had a really, really good conversation with you guys, and you guys are good vibes. So I just knew that whatever it is that you put together would be great as well.
Yeah.
So my expectations were great of it, but I enjoyed it even way more than I thought I would. I would have. I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was really, really good. And it was funny. Like it was really, because sometimes as well, I think sometimes with like things that like live audience, because obviously we watch stuff and it's got live audience, and I know they hold a sign to while laugh, cry, say oh, like I know that. So sometimes I'm like, is it gonna be? Do I have to perform?
Okay.
Like I went to why is his name left in my head? Rum Punch, comedian. We had him here. Travis, that's the Travis J. I was thinking J. I was thinking what's before the J. But yeah, Travis J. So I went to like when he did a live recording of Rum Punch podcast and stuff like that. And I was just like, I literally said to my friend, I was like, I don't want to force myself to laugh if it's not funny.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to sit at the front because I know myself. My face would say, I don't find this funny. But then it was funny.
Yeah.
So I feel like with yours as well, I was like, okay, I don't want to like have to laugh. And because you guys are acting, I don't know if you can see the audience or not. I don't want to have a face on that discourages the acting. Do you know what I mean? Like, he just drops his best line. I'm like, really, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I feel like I did feel that. That was my first time in theatre.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, like I didn't know what to expect. Obviously now, I've been to the Michael Ward one. This is what I do. This is what I frequent now at this point. Do you know what I mean? So it was a lot. Like it was just really, really, really good.
Yeah.
Really, really good. I would say that was my expectations. I felt like it was going to be good. And it was.
Yeah.
It was great. And I think, also I think with the cast as well, so some of the cast, I've known them as influencers. So I wasn't sure what the acting was going to be like. I wasn't sure whether they were Nepo babies or whether they got, I wasn't sure.
Nepo babies.
Nah, you know, nepotism. I wasn't sure the screening of how they got these roles. But that, I think I would say that was the most positively surprising thing for me was how
100%.
good they really were,
Yeah.
and that let me know how much work they'd actually put into the craft.
Yeah.
'Cause I didn't want it to be a thing of like, oh, we've got Leanne, we've got Adiola just because that's who they are, and then you come up there and you're shit. But because you got the name.
Yeah.
So I think that was one of the things I really, really liked, was that you guys actually did your due diligence in making sure that everyone that comes on stage, they're actually ready for that. I would say that's my favorite thing.
Yeah, you know what? You pretty much said everything.
Retweet.
You know? Yeah, 100%. Like, obviously, like I've been to theatre a couple times prior to that, but been a while, right? Coming there, 100%, I was pleasantly surprised. 100%, you know what I'm saying? And then, like Esther was saying, it's not because I thought it wouldn't be a certain standard, but you know when you go in there thinking, yeah, this is gonna be good, but then it meets every single standard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, yeah, 100%. The casting, you guys as well, the storyline.
Yeah.
I had to try to control myself. I was talking in the crowd, man.
It was, man.
the review.
I must sit next to him this time.
heard in the reviews
I could just hear. I was like, "Man, can you and we were basically at the front as well. I said, sir, I can't take you nowhere.
No, because it was that good.
It
you know
was
what
that
I'm saying?
interactive. Yeah, it was really
100%,
good.
man. So I'm fully looking forward to this one.
I am.
100%.
Man, same. Yeah, I'm not in this one, but even every rehearsal we're in, we're just enjoying it. Like
Yeah.
some of the lines you hear, we wrote these lines, but we're sitting there laughing at the delivery of the characters and the cast that we have.
Yeah.
It's it's a really refreshing and fun show. And I just wanted to pick up on a point that Mark mentioned earlier about theatre being the be all and end all. And actually, it's parallel to film and TV. So we want to have our journey where we're doing all of those as three concurrent things, because there's an audience that love theatre, and we don't want to deprive them when we step into doing more film and TV. We want to keep feeding them. So Wright Brothers Entertainment will be a powerhouse which is going to be hitting all those avenues. So we'll be doing amazing films, amazing TV series, but also still doing amazing theatre consistently as well.
I like the idea of like getting more black people into theatre. I think it's really it's really. And I feel like coming to you guys as well when we went to the Michael Ward one, because obviously I feel like me and Margs were like, ciao, maybe you in a haystack. But I walked in with confidence because do you get me? Like it was nice. It was good. So I feel like I like that. That's one of the things that you guys care about, because it's a form of entertainment and it's really good. So yeah,
I think there's a new wave of black theatre now.
Yeah.
You've got Daniel Bailey with Red Pitch. You've got Ryan Kelly Cameron with Four Black Boys. You've got Ty and Shex with the Wright Brothers.
It's beautiful, man.
Table for One, so
it's amazing. I think it's amazing.
There's a whole new thing happening now.
Yeah.
And it's going to be interesting to see what it's like in 5 years. And I'm happy to be a part of it. It's very rare to find good people that want to see you prosper in this business. And I got to thank these guys because, again, like I wasn't sure whether I was going to do this or not. So
will this experience make you try to do more theatre?
Yeah, man. 110%.
That's good.
110%, man. And you know what? Like, obviously, as an actor, you overthink a lot. I feel like as creators, we all overthink it. We have that thing where we're like, imposter syndrome kicks in. Am I good enough? Am I not? And they really just pushed me and believed in me, man. You know what I mean? And again, because I haven't done it for so long, it's like, again, I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
And it's like, they've like, nah, bro, you're just own it, bro. You do this, you can do it. You know what I mean? So it's always good to get a push and be able to collaborate with new people as well. So yeah, man. Table for One, July 4th, 5th and 6th. Get your tickets.
I was going to ask you guys, in terms of the future, do you see like theatre, obviously correct me if I'm wrong, but do you see theatre kind of like vinyl, where it had its time, kind of was dying because of CDs and whatnot, but now it's going to come back? In the same way like movies, like going cinema, that experience was crazy, but now it seems like a lot of these films are going straight to like Amazon, Netflix and cinema's kind of going down, but theatre's now coming back. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, we better put our energy into theatre because this is possibly the way forward.
I think, do you want to say it?
I've got an answer, but go ahead.
I think there's a, I don't think it's gonna go anywhere.
Okay.
And I don't think any of the mediums will go anywhere. I think film and TV and theatre are all gonna be consistently booming.
Okay.
But I feel like it's just the avenue that we're going and heading down is one that isn't really been tapped into yet. We're converting people that may have been theatre before but didn't like it because it weren't their type of shows, and we're converting them to come back to the theatre and come watch a different type of show. Yeah. So when you think of theatre, a lot of the time you think of maybe a middle class white audience, and it's not a bad thing, but it might not be for everybody.
Yeah.
So we're doing something that can be a bit more, kind of merges the lines. You can have the theatre goers that come watch our shows and enjoy it because it's still theatre and it's just a little bit of a different type of experience. But also it kind of balances the sort of line where people that haven't got to theatre or don't like theatre will still enjoy it because it's almost like a movie on a stage in a way. So you kind of balance that line, and I think that movie, TV and film are going to definitely still keep booming. I think there's space for it all, and I think there's going to be an audience for it all as well.
Was it?
Just to add to that answer, I agree as well. I think the thing with live events is that people want to do live events, whether it's theatre or festivals or music concerts. Like people like coming together and experience something, innit? I think with film, like I get it. Like if it's straight to DVD or straight to not DVD, straight to streaming, then you probably would prefer to do that. But I think when it's a live event, because sitting down watching something, it's not fun, it's not collaborative, you're just everyone sitting in silence watching the movie. So I can understand why that kind of, why a lot of studios now are thinking, let's just pull it straight onto streaming platforms, right? But with like music artists, and this is why when music artists, I'm not a music artist, but my perception is that they might release a mixtape or an album and then they want to go straight to tour. Because they understand that they benefit a lot more from touring and bringing people together and the social media element of it, the exposure that they get from social media of it as the back end of it as well. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So for us, that's why theatre will always be there, because it's a place that people want to come together, that they experience collectively in the live in the live space, and then again the social media side of it will help to kind of let it grow as well. So yeah, I think theatre is going to stick around for a while, to be honest with you.
Just to put that in context, actually, I pay £10 a month for Spotify. I think that burns me sometimes. I'm like, boy, £10 a month. I don't really feel like I get used to it.
Yeah.
But there's artists that I love that if they came to do a show, I'd pay £40 for a ticket, and that shows you how much I value the experience of being around other people in that live environment over streaming.
Absolutely. That makes sense.
There's only a few artists in life I'd pay to see. I'll be honest. Not many. We're in a hard time with music right now, mate.
You know, I suppose it's like that for everybody, though, man.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their go-to person in it, like that. If they pulled up,
Who would you pay to see?
Scissor.
Valid.
Quick answer.
Bro,
Yeah,
valid.
This boy loves
Valid. Her catalogue's crazy.
Doesn't
Boy
mean
loves
wait
it,
list
man.
already, boy.
Take my money.
Yeah, I gave my money to Pot of Paper. Was it this year or last? I think it was this year.
What?
Sure. Well, I didn't give it to him physically,
No,
but
Okay,
I bought a
yeah,
ticket.
yeah,
No,
Mate.
it's good. English-wise, K-Trap.
K-Trap I'd pay to see. Pot of Paper is like my favourite. One of my favourites.
There's not one UK artist I can think I'll pay to see.
Sorry, what?
Really?
Sorry?
All right, don't
Not
judge me.
Dave.
No,
Huss.
You pay to see
No,
J
I'm not
Hus.
seeing Huss.
Wow.
I'd go somewhere else and I'd like to see him brought on stage.
Yeah, I can't think. I'm trying to think.
Okay, no, I pay to see the composers.
Okay.
You have paid?
Yeah, I see the composers. I think every time
seen
they have
them?
a
I
show,
have seen them live. I have seen them live.
They're
I saw-
they're
Did you go to their
just
big
too
one?
sick.
Oh, they're
Yes,
crazy
Boy
sick.
album,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
amazing. They're just too sick.
I saw them live in 180 and I was just like, you lot are clear.
They're just so amazing.
I've seen them
It's
live a couple
ridiculous.
times and they're just out of here, man.
I mean,
Yeah.
I perform with them live, so, you know.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, you did it?
I saw that.
how long is that video?
That was cute, you know.
You added to the CV why you should get hired.
How long is it? Sorry, guys.
How long's that video that you done with them? Is it the Link Up TV thing?
The GRM.
Sorry, not the Link Up, the GRM thing. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not long. It's probably about 10, 15 minutes or something like that.
I said it's not long. So you done a medley of your own songs for 10 to 15 minutes and you're saying that's not long.
No, that's one take marks. They don't know about it. They ask. You better ask somebody.
No, it was fun though. They're sick. I actually need to see them because when they was performing at they was doing songs for Free Shots.
Oh, that
At
was
the Royal
amazing.
Albert Hall. I
Oh,
missed
that
that.
that was
I
a
saw
show.
No, I missed the
That
whole.
was a time.
I missed the whole segment.
That was. I
you
think
missed
that's
that
the
when you was
best
there?
free shot show I ever went.
How'd you miss it when you was there?
Long story, man. Long story. I missed the whole segment. I'm pissed because I heard it was so sick.
Yeah, it was.
I think that's one of the best free shots
Out
and
of-
live shows. That was amazing.
Out of the new school artists, who are you feeling? This is like way off, but yeah.
Am I even?
Nems,
I'm not plugged in.
Cinch.
Strands.
Strands, he's bad.
Strands.
Strands is bad.
I'm not.
He's got that whole
I'm
50
not,
Cent thing.
I'm not super locked into the news. I'm you know, you're getting old.
Yeah,
Start doing
yeah,
the old
yeah.
man thing. innit? So I'm an old man. I like, I like who I like. You know what I'm trying to say that. But yeah, Strands is cold.
Yeah.
He's someone that I've seen.
What about you?
I'm old like Marge, you know. I don't even know, you know. I'm not too sure about the new guys, you know.
Who would you call? Who would you put into there? Give me some names because I might be missing a trick. I might know something. And you,
Nems, Ardy, Cinch,
Ardy's cold. He's a good performer.
obviously Strands. There's a kid called Ashbeck. There's a new kid called Anti-Social, but he's not a rapper. He's like more of an R&B singer. His name's Anti-Social, but he spells it backwards. He's amazing. He's sick.
Eric V.
Eric IV sick.
Is that it's supposed to be
Ashbeck.
Ivy or is that Roman numerals?
Going for.
I'm actually not sure, but he's got a new song called he's got a new thing called 007. He's cold. Eric IV is out of here.
He's
super cold.
He's cold.
I think there's a guy called Gliz. He's like a white guy. I think he's from like I don't know where he's from.
The tall guy.
Yeah, he's cold, super cold. He's got a tune with Burner actually. That's out.
What was that?
Yeah, Burner's from like Newham sides.
Not Burner Boy.
Oh, we meant better boy. I was like,
No,
listen to
not
that.
Burner Boy. No.
Oh, hun, no, you lost me then.
I need to get Burner up on the pod actually. Let's get him up on the pod.
What Burner Boy?
Burner Boy, yeah, definitely. I'll take Burner Boy.
He's definitely got no behaviour. Actually, I'm never gonna say that before he bans me from a show in the future.
I've not done no behaviour. I don't really need to align this.
You ain't.
Nah.
Put up
Do you know
my
what? What's
He
crazy?
ain't. Who would have invited him?
No. I haven't. You know what? I bumped into Loons in Mexico last year.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, man, we need to get you on.
Yeah, he told me that. I remember saying that.
And like, yeah, we black people were just, black people, we do this thing. Yeah, we need to link up. I don't see man for 5 years.
5
Yeah,
years
we need to
later.
link up.
No, but you can put up whenever you're ready. It makes more sense now. This is coming out as well.
I'm with it. Let's do it.
All right, well, yeah, we'll do that. That's like work.
Yeah, man.
What you guys again? Sorry.
I was just gonna say, why should people come to the show?
I was like, I don't know.
You know what?
You
There's-
should.
There's a lot of different reasons, man. I feel like you should come watch the show because there's something different to do.
Sick.
Take your partner out, take her or him out to a different experience. You know, something fun. It's funny. It's hilarious. Join us in changing the face of theatre. You know, join us in doing what we're doing as a company where we're trying to embrace a new different types of stories from our community and culture. And join us joining other people, because it's not just us doing it. There's other, like we mentioned, a few different shows that are doing the same thing as us for the culture and for the community. Experience something fun, man. It's relatable. It's a funny story. What do you reckon?
Again, retweet, man. Same thing, and help. Come to be part of changing what you want to see, whether that be on TV or stage, you know what I'm trying to say? Because it's very easy, you know, if a trailer drops online, it's more stereotypical. Everyone's like, oh, when are we going to change it up? Why is it the same thing? Cool. So if we're going to show these gatekeepers, or we're going to show these people that actually we're ready for a different type of story, you need to come out and be a part of it and talk about it. So yeah.
What are you guys looking forward to the most for people to see, or like to experience about the play?
For me, I'm not in it. This is the first show we're doing that we're not actually in.
Ever?
Ever.
Oh,
that we've written. We normally are in all of our shows that we do.
How are you gonna feel on the night though?
I know, man.
It's already kind of
Because
bugging
I'm
me.
gonna lie to you, I would be like, damn man, there was a part of
I
me
want
there.
we want it to be in it.
You had like a little cameo or something.
I bet like on the 1st of July when we're rehearsing or something, you're both gonna say, yeah, guys,
Oh,
we've added in 2 scenes. And we're both in the scenes.
Yeah, so that's gonna be the most. It's gonna be. I would say looking forward to it, but it's gonna be a different experience.
For you.
Yeah, definitely, because my first passion is acting. And it's not writing or directing, although I do enjoy writing and directing. My first passion is acting, so that's gonna be an interesting experience for me.
Can I just say these guys are great writers? I've read the script and I was like, I was laughing my head off. I said, I'm doing this. I didn't even think about it.
That's it.
There was no pondering.
That says a
I
lot.
was like, I'm
Call
doing
your,
this.
call your agent and be like, oh, by the way, book me in for this time because we got a job. That's
Yeah,
it. That's
there was no.
that's
I called my.
Yes,
I think I called my agent. I've read it. I've read the script once, and I called my agent straight. I called my agent before I spoke to these guys. And I was like, I'm doing this. Cancel.
Block me out.
Clear my schedule. We're doing
That's
this.
exactly what the agent
That's
said
it.
to us. She was just like, there's no questions asked. She was just like, okay, let's just sort logistics out because he wants to do it. That's
yeah.
so it's
Oh,
happening.
that's good.
I was very excited, man. It's like, again, I've read a lot of scripts over my time, and I've turned down a lot because I'm just like, it just doesn't sit with me. And then when I saw romantic comedy, because I've done a lot of like urban stuff, like street stuff. Obviously, I've never played like a full-on road man, but as an actor, I've involved myself with things like the intent, trapping, you know. So for me, it was just like about doing something different away from all of that and theatre, you know. So I got to give credit to these guys for taking a shot on me, man. And I think you should come and watch the play because our community is always complaining. I've had enough of the road, man. Well, now it's something that's not.
I've
So,
got rom-com.
you know?
I love me a rom-com.
Man, I've been waiting to do a rom-com for years.
Really?
Years, man. Like, this is like something that I've always wanted to do. So,
That's sick. That's amazing.
yeah.
And then Ty, why should people? Oh no, what are you looking forward to people seeing the most or experiencing?
Just experiencing something different.
Yeah.
So yeah, just come and see what theatre can be. Do you know what I mean? Just come and experience whatever perceptions that you might have going into it, or what you might think of theatre. Just come. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It might not be for you in it, but come. Hopefully you like it. You can take my word for it. It's going to be a great show.
100 and if in the worst case scenario, come
rated
and
as 100.
come and
So
challenge what we tell you. We tell you we have great shows. You hear what our audience say. If there's any doubt, come and check it out for yourself. Because what you said earlier about you working with some people that have relatively big names.
Yeah.
There's a perception that people might be thinking, oh, you're just casting them because of this or whatever. And every time people come and show, they're like, you know what, I can't lie, I was thinking that, but actually you changed my mind.
Prove them wrong.
So all of the people that might be thinking that way, we want them to come out. Let us prove you wrong with what we say. It's not just a show that's full of people that have relatively large names. It's a great show that happens to have people that have big names.
That definitely changed my perception there, because now when I see like people with influencers and stuff on, not in a rude way, but quote unquote serious things, I don't just automatically assume that I'm looking forward to it essentially.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing what it is. Like, you've got more talent beyond, I guess, what it is that I see online. And I like that. But that was literally just from coming to that one show where they all delivered, and I was like, this is proper sick. The people are so talented, you just don't know.
Yeah.
We can't vouch for the other shows though.
Just going off what you're saying.
Our stuff.
Just going off what you're saying. my brethren Wes, he was Wes Nelson. He's been on Love Island. I remember the first time he said, "Yeah, I do music," you know. Safe. Guy sent me his music. I was like, "Oh,
You actually do.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought that about was
bro, he's cold."
No,
No, he is cold. I brought him out of the Blast show, mate. I'm telling you now, and he can perform as well. Like, he's a
That's
proper
good.
performer. He
Yeah,
does
'cause
it.
after I see him doing music, I was thinking,
Here we go.
these Love Islanders, man.
But I feel like he's the
Yeah,
only one
one
that's
screen
You
time.
get what I'm saying?
He's
But
the
yeah,
only
you
one
hear a
that's,
couple
like,
of
done it.
tunes. You hear a couple, like after like he's a few songs deep in it. I'm thinking, right, he really
Yeah, I
like.
think he charted as well. I remember.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think he sold like 1 million records in like
yeah,
Germany
he
or
did.
something.
Yeah,
Something crazy.
It's really good.
You know, after a while, I just like take my hat off to him, saying, no, you know what, he's proper.
Proper.
He's not
Good
even
brother
like-
as well, man.
I thought he was just cosplaying.
I can't lie. Like when he's
To a new audience.
when he sent me a tune back, I think it was a song with Young Bane or something, and I said, "Yo,
Is it who's it? He's got a collab with someone that
French Montana."
someone UK that done good. It weren't
Young
it's not
Bane.
Bane. Is it Bane?
Yeah, he got you with Bane. Yeah, he got you with Bane.
Yeah, I think it's called Nice to Meet Her. It is called.
Oh
Nice
yeah,
to Meet Her,
yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, man.
Has he got another one though? Cause I thought for one reason I feel like it's
Nah.
Bane, man.
I think I know what you're talking about. There is another song, but I can't think what it is.
Say it.
Do you ever want Hardy?
Hardy Caprio.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm talking
What
about?
was the song?
Oh yeah. What's the song called?
No, Batman. I think it's called Batman.
Is that with Hardy Caprio?
I think it is.
I
Yeah.
think I'm thinking of the Hardy one.
Maybe. Yeah.
That one's proper.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I think I'm thinking.
No, it is. No, you're right.
I was gonna
I'm
say,
thinking of that
not
one.
one person picked up their phone.
I'm doing it now.
I think I'm thinking of that one. That one's good. That's the one. That's one of the early ones. It surprised me. I've listened to it.
Yeah, no. See Nobody. Sorry, not Batman. It's called See Nobody.
That's Hardy Caprio, though, right?
Get Batman from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it mixed up. But yeah, Table for One cast is great, by the way.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it.
Honestly, when my agent told me who the cast was, I was like, yeah, I know that, but yeah, it's just gonna be great, man. And they've really selected
Right,
What's my man's
Including
name
myself.
next to Cheyenne?
Daniel's Dunya. Yeah, the one sitting in the middle.
Yeah.
He's the lead character. Daniel's Dunya. Yeah, so he does.
I've seen him doing
sketches.
content sketches.
Yeah.
I've seen him with Hemmer and stuff like that.
Yes.
Guy's
he's
hilarious.
funny. He's
Bro,
been popping up on my
Hilarious.
radar a lot
He's a
recently.
star.
Still.
The guy is a star.
when you see him in his bruv, he smashes
Really?
the character to pieces, bro. Like facts, like, bro. And it's different doing short form comedy 1-2 minutes versus doing 60 minutes or 2 hours even in a movie, for example. It's not as easy being funny for a minute. It's easy being funny for a minute than it is being funny consistently for a whole 2 hours. So yeah, man, he smashes it out of the park, man.
You know,
And that's what I think when I see like certain funny people on certain things, I'm like,
Yeah.
you can be funny for 30 seconds, but you've retaken that, you've shot that like 50 times, who knows how many times.
Yeah,
Will you actually, can you hold the funny though?
yeah, exactly.
They're all different mediums, isn't it? So there's a guy,
Yeah.
some guys that can be funny on short form content and stuff like that. But then maybe if they try their hand at
Like
stand up,
yeah.
it's a totally different ball game.
Yeah.
And then obviously, even from stand up to acting,
Yeah.
it's just it's just all different because obviously the lines can be funny, but it's like what you're saying. It's about how you deliver them, innit? And then there's with comedy, timing's important. You know what I'm trying to say? And then like there's little things that are not necessarily in the script, like body language, like movements, and the way you drop things, like certain directions that people can't really give you. You get what I'm trying to say? Like funny people just know how to just tap into that and just be funny. You get me?
I
Yeah,
can't lie.
Taz's character, sorry, babes. Your character last time,
Yeah.
did you guys intend for him to be that funny? He was hilarious. He was absolutely like, he was one of my favorite characters. He was just too funny.
But it's writing is one thing, but he was that funny because Tyron brought that character.
Yeah, he
And
did.
leveled it
Yeah,
up
he did.
And has the comedic timing to make it work.
Yeah,
That's exactly it.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
It was
so
perfect.
You can have great lines written, but it's always about the actor and what you bring to
How
the
you
character
can
to
bring
make
it.
it really land.
That was funny. That was a good. That was a
And
good
this
show.
is why, huh?
Is something that's for him?
Oh yeah. His character was great as well.
Stutter.
No, but you know it is, and this is why we spoke about the casting because
Yeah.
that's important. We need to be able to see that you can do it. So it's not just about the names. It's not just about this person's got a bit of clout. We're gonna get like. We push them in rehearsals, as Nathan was saying, when we get them ready, and
man.
and you have to have something that you can do. So again, comedic timing and performance, you can't really necessarily teach these things. You know what I'm trying to say? It's you develop it, can't really teach it. So for me, sometimes it is a bit frustrating because maybe I'm really letting the cat out of the bag with this one, but like sometimes I'm sitting and I'm thinking, I'd perform that a bit differently still, but it's fine.
You guys are gonna have a hard night, you know. You're gonna be at the back. I should have been there.
Oh my god.
I feel like the next one
it's
you guys are
fine.
gonna be. You guys are gonna be back.
Just going off what Ty was saying, I be doing things that I haven't done before.
Okay.
Like timing, delivering lines differently. Like obviously I have my moments of being funny in my real life, but I couldn't do stand up. And then it's just like with this, I'm exploring new ways to deliver lines. And I can, like, when I'm doing it in rehearsals, I'm saying, yo, the audience is gonna love this, you know. But like that's with them prompting me and getting me into it, you know. Because again, I've not played a funny character before, you know. And Jonathan is a funny guy, you know. He's confident and he also has his funny moments. But like because I hadn't done that before, again, credit to these guys because
It's amazing, man.
Is it tough
they're
when someone
pushing me out of my comfort zone?
So obviously, if someone delivers a line the way you wasn't intended it to or expected it, and it's improved it or it's better, that's easy. But then, what happens when someone's not delivering something the way you've intended it or the way you envision it, and in your mind it's not,
And it's flat.
and it's flat, it's not as good. Like, how hard is it to drive that home, or is it easy, or would you let it slide, or?
I think.
That's nothing. Like,
Yeah. This guy's harsh and trust me, he runs a tough ship in rehearsals. But you know what it is? I think for me, I sometimes step away from the performance side, innit? So I'll be like, is that me speaking because that's how I would do it in this way? Or am I thinking as a director, no, actually that isn't quite right. I was trying to say. So once I've like assessed where that thought is coming from, then I'll just make that kind of judgment. If it's like a performance thing, I'm like, cool, it's fine, innit? That's how you've chosen to do it. But if I think it doesn't work, and I said, no, it doesn't work, it's flat, it's not right, then yeah, we'd pull it up, definitely.
And sometimes if it needs, we can always go up and give an example of what we're thinking in our mind, because articulation can sometimes come across different ways to people. Like I say, I'll do it with more energy, or do it with more, you're more angry. Sometimes you don't know what that means in words, but so I'd be happy to go up and do it and show, you know, literally an example. This is kind of what's in my mind, and then kind of let them interpret it and do it how they think, as similar to that as possible.
Who's stricter? Directing and...
Shex.
You never give stricter vibe.
Shex don't play, mate. Like even when you're like, even when sometimes like I'll be talking. Even when I be talking sometimes and I don't realize I'm trying to concentrate. He's on it, mate. I think you're a bit more lenient, mate. See when Sheck talks and he's serious, mate, you better listen. But it's good.
So someone don't listen when I talk as well.
Can you imagine?
Today's rehearsal.
They're both stern, but they're fair.
Yeah,
you know, and it has to be done because it's work, innit? You know what I mean?
Spoon.
Yeah, here we go.
Now that you hear how Shex runs his yard,
ship.
You want to be involved now?
do you think that you could be under his authoritarian dictatorship?
Can't be hackney no more, mate.
Why you say out?
He wouldn't have to talk to you, say.
It's not about me.
Well, remember when he was asking about if he can roast people off the cuff on the...
That roast the director, boy.
Can you imagine?
It's part of the show. At the end of the day, I want to deliver. You get me? I want to be the best version of myself that I can be. So if he's telling me that, it's for a reason. So there's no point to fight back.
Do you know what? I'm so proud of you, Marks. Honestly.
The
growth. Because you know what? You know, like you could take Marks out of London Fields, but sometimes you might not be able to take that out of
But you know, it doesn't come from a place of trying to be the boss. It's never, and I think that's what the cast hopefully recognise. It's not, I'm only that because I'm passionate.
That?
110%.
Yeah, I'm passionate about the project. And I never say anything that's disrespectful.
Or like embarrassing.
I'm never rude to anybody in the cast. I'm just very direct about what it is that I'm trying to get out of them.
I don't think there's been a moment of tension, man. Everyone just listens and gets on with it. And it's for, they're telling us for our own good. Because there's no room for error.
Did you have any moments where they're trying to convey something to you and you felt like you were struggling to get it, maybe?
Nah, I got it. Do you know what? For time, I wasn't off script, and then one day I just came in and I was completely off book. And then I realized that me being off book was like, yo, what they were trying to say to me was the truth. Like, bro, be off book, and then you can explore more, you can ad lib, you can add, and that's, again, now I'm off book, I've been able to...
Also, off book is good.
Of course.
Because when you say off book, I don't.
No,
it sounds like you're saying you're going off the script. That's
no.
Good.
When I say off book, I mean like I know all my lines off script.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, scripts or off script.
Oh, okay.
Now when I've done that, I was able to.
When we make it your own rather than reading, and
then I can. Now it's more of a collaborative thing. I'm not like in the rehearsals. I'm not looking up. Now I can just free flow with my lines and my character. And
did you know all your lines?
100, yeah.
Yeah, everyone knows all their lines.
Everyone knows their lines.
How long do you give people to know the lines?
About a month and a half.
Normally about 6 weeks. Yeah, about 6 to 8 weeks. And ideally, normally this happens all before we start rehearsals. We send the script out ages in advance.
Oh, good.
Not everyone learns their lines before rehearsals though, so you have the stragglers. But ideally, they will learn it all. So by the first rehearsal, we're straight into it. And
when you guys do it?
So it's like rhythms and patterns because there's triggers in it. Like obviously you can learn all your lines, but also you're waiting for cues in it. So you hear certain words, you know certain words. So if somebody messes up their lines, that can fuck up all your
and
lines.
that's what I was gonna ask.
I learned both.
That's my next question because with Will Smith, he was saying when he did Fresh Prince, he learned everybody's lines. Yeah. So sometimes when you see, like if he's in the background, you will see him mouthing it. And they also respected that so that he knows when to come in and what's meant to be done.
Exactly.
So do you guys do that?
What, as performers or
Actually,
directors?
you write it though, so you would know everyone's lines anyway.
To a degree, as in when we're in it, to a degree, you learn. You just learn the cue lines, so you know their last line is "Get your hand off me."
But what if they miss it though?
And that is a good point. That's
they better not.
But they have. So what do you do?
Sometimes chunks get missed out. There's been times when we've done shows and plays
whole
and
paragraph?
in a scene, a paragraph, a whole interaction might get missed out. Wow. It's never been detrimental to the story, thankfully, but it does happen sometimes where someone forgets the last line and then I've been in scenes with people, I wouldn't say anyone's name, but I've been in scenes where I've performed with them and they've missed their whole, like quite a big section and I have to save them by saying the end of their line and saying the beginning of my line. Yeah, like, say, for example, they meant to say, I don't know why this sounds in my head, get your hand off me. I don't know why, but let's say that their line, and they don't say it. And they're like, I bet you're going to say, get your hand off me. And then I'll say my line after that. So
that's smart.
You have to really be ready on the stage, man. Like,
you got to look after each other.
Yeah,
100%. You got to look after
and because,
each other.
again, because we're not in this one, we don't have the opportunity to do that. So that's why we make sure everyone knows their cues, they know their lines. Yeah. If they miss it in rehearsal, we'll say, you missed the line, this is the line, do you know what I mean? Because it will happen when you see the lights on. You see 400 people in the audience. It's lot, not man. Easy. Do you know what I mean? Like
it's daunting, you know.
So
it's daunting. You haven't done for opening night yet.
I'm ready. But I'm saying it's daunting.
Said that one too many times.
It's daunting in the sense of like again because I do a lot of hosting and stuff.
Yeah.
You know because you do this, but like. Going out on stage with a mic.
There is a lot, you know.
No.
I just think I better not drop my heels.
going on stage with a mic here in front of like 2,000, 3,000 people and making a mosh pit. That's daunting. But doing a theatre play where you have to remember lines, like and it's 400 people and everyone's silent. Yeah. For real. Yeah.
It's so funny, you know.
Yeah, projection.
Projection. Oh, that's been great, man. Well, we got how are we gonna do this now? There's 3 of them.
We're doing another game.
All asking. No. I'm so nervous.
No, I'm ready.
Okay, we've got questions that we ask all our guests. Where's the questions? Oh, here they are. Yeah. I guess you can all answer, to be fair. So, tell us something people are usually surprised to learn about you.
I feel like I've been open about this already, but I have ADHD. I was diagnosed with it when I was a kid. Okay. And I feel like I've always been like misunderstood and an outsider. We're in most like places.
Why did you misunderstand him as a kid?
He was wild.
See?
Fair.
And he's known me since I was 4 or 5 years old. But yeah, I've got ADHD. I used to be on a medicine called Ritalin until I was about 13, 14.
Oh, wow, okay.
And the reason I came off of it because I had 2 seizures because of it.
No way.
Yeah, I had 2 seizures. And it would turn me into a zombie. Like, I would just go really silent. I'd get headaches. I'd lose my appetite. And then when it would wear off around 10, 11-ish at night, I'd eat out my whole fridge and then go again.
How did your parents know that you have ADHD? 'Cause I feel like with
sorry, I have to
obviously
correct
black
parents.
Sorry, babes. But like with the black community, sometimes that's one of the conversations that we always have around like mental health issues, around ADHD, and like kids being labelled as naughty or being labelled as whatever else. But not many parents are able to actually explore, like look into more of it. And even if they do, the way the medical industry is, it doesn't care. It's not concerned about black issues. So how did that happen?
How did what happen?
Like, how did you get that diagnosis?
I was just really hyper and I was just out of control. Not to say that I was bad or I was outside doing crazy things, but I just never listened. I always struggled with concentration. Like exams, I didn't care. Revision, I don't know what that was. But when it came to music and drama, I was all in because it was. I didn't have to think about anything. It's more practical, and that's why I've ended up. I guess that's why I've ended up in the business that I'm in. You know,
that's amazing. Which parent was it?
My mum.
Big up your mum.
Yeah. But I think I should come back here and we should have a deeper discussion.
I think you should. Absolutely, that's very interesting. Okay, and then you guys, what's something people will be surprised to learn about you?
For me, I guess it's probably that I got 19 brothers and sisters.
Shut up.
God damn.
Sorry.
Do you know what? Wait.
Damn.
Do you know what?
No, wait, what number are you?
Significant.
Do you know what's crazy? We played a game at rehearsals, and it was like
And
two
they were
truths,
siblings.
one there, and he said that. I was like, "You're lying." He's telling the truth. He's
19?
actually telling the truth.
Where are you from again?
19. Take a guess.
Here we go.
I can't, I'm stumped.
Jamaica.
You're
That
Jamaican?
was an easy.
How many?
That was an easy guess.
You'd be surprised, man.
What, are you
I didn't want to say
You
nothing.
full Jamaican?
You'd be surprised.
Half Jamaican.
Bayesian.
Okay.
Because Nigerian men don't carry last. So, what? So, wait, how many partners does your dad have? Do you know?
I couldn't tell you. My dad was the original outside guy. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
He started this. What number are you? Do you know?
I couldn't tell you.
Oh my gosh.
Are you close with all your
But I've
siblings?
got, but it just
Ooh, that's
it's
a
mad
good
because this is gonna sound crazy when I tell you this, but my mum
Yeah.
and my sister
Yeah.
are the same age.
Wow.
I'm gonna need. Oh.
Wow.
You know, I forgot you had 19 siblings.
Wait.
Was that what your current
So
mum?
yeah, I've got
Okay,
I've got nephews the same age as
Yeah.
me. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, me and my
That's
nephew
That
are
is
the
outside,
same age.
outside.
That's crazy.
So yeah, it's mad.
19.
I've got a first and second cousin.
Like it.
Legit. I mean, that's nothing in comparison to that, mate. He's got 19 siblings. I got 4 on my dad's side. That's carnage.
My
Wow.
dad might have about 12 kids or something.
How many siblings you got?
You have 12
altogether?
siblings.
My dad's probably got about 12 kids, I think.
You got-
Just that, and then my mum's got 4.
I only know 2 of them.
Yeah, Jamaican PR is not good.
I don't know your other 10. I only know
Because they
2.
be talking about online. I just thought we
I know
were
your,
talking.
or I knew your brother,
Yeah.
and obviously I know your sister.
So
Did you see the
interesting.
video? What's his name? Was it what's his name?
Nasty.
What's my man's name?
What,
I have
from-
23 babe, man.
Oh yeah,
What's his name?
yeah. Ninja Man. Is it
Ninja
Ninja
Man.
Man?
Did you see the video?
No.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've not seen him in
Really
years.
bad man.
Yeah,
He's
real bad man.
Behind the
23
scenes.
babe, man. Yeah, man. Jamaican
People are doing
culture,
family
it's
link
really
up.
massive, man.
The family reunion. You said it's your personal time. That's so interesting.
You know,
Oh, wow,
there's
19.
two people in the business that have known me the longest. It's Margs and Chucky. I done work experience with Chucky when I was 14.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Chucky older than you?
Yeah.
Oh, no, so you did work experience
should be,
together,
though.
or he was the employer?
He
So,
was employed at
was that
somewhere,
you?
and I went there.
He was the employer.
No, yeah, he was employed. Yeah,
Ah,
so he
How old
knows
is
like
Chucky?
he knows like a family, someone in my family,
Okay.
and I done like work experience in the studio in Fulham for like a whole 2 weeks. It was sick.
oh, well, I'm learning a lot. Well, take it home. What people
Well,
surprised?
the pressure's on. So what? One thing about me that nobody knows.
That'd be surprised to learn about.
I would be surprised to learn about.
Yeah.
I'm not really good at these questions. I'll be honest with you. So I'll probably end up saying something that's not that surprising.
Your favorite food?
I related to Ross.
No, this guy. No, but I am related to Levi Roots though.
Okay.
That is surprising.
What
sauce,
reggae
man.
reggae sauce?
In what way?
Second cousin. We don't talk, so he's not.
I was
that
gonna
close
say,
to
because
me.
did you tell him about his Big Brother performance when he's out there embarrassing
Yeah,
his children?
I saw that, and I was like, that's so performative, bro.
No, he was
I
embarrassing his kids.
didn't watch it actually. I didn't watch
I
it.
was
Yeah.
I was so
I
embarrassed.
didn't watch it.
Your uncle's embarrassing, sorry.
He's not my uncle. He's not my uncle.
Oh,
He's
your
like
cousin?
Second cousin.
Oh, okay.
So wait, that's your dad.
Me entire cousins as well.
I was gonna say, yeah, you guys cousins. So that's your
Yeah.
uncle, that's your cousin too.
My cousin too. Yeah.
Second cousin.
Damn.
2 cousins away. So that's probably something that people.
What's the second cousin? Your cousin's you?
No, it's our
Cousin's
mum. It's our
cousin.
mum's cousin.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Not our mum.
Where's he? Where's our mum? I was
mums.
thinking that you wanted
Sorry, my
19.
bad. Our mums.
Yeah, our mums are sisters.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
okay,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
They're cousins.
Your mums are
Levi Roots.
sisters.
Yes, they're cousins.
So your first
I'll
cousin?
give you,
Yeah,
we're
I'll give you more
first
fun
cousins,
facts.
Okay,
I'll
yeah.
go bare
Levi
fun.
Roots
You try to say your second
You gotta
cousin, your
come
first
back.
cousin.
No, Levi.
No, Levi
You
Roots.
gotta come
Levi,
back.
second cousin.
Okay, okay.
I'll give you guys another fun fact. My cousin Chubbs is the one that produced Oi for More Fire Crew.
Oh yeah.
That's a fun fact.
Did you spell?
More, Oi.
Oi.
Who's that O to the Z?
I don't look at it.
I'm a young babe. Oh, my bad.
Showing
Sorry.
that age.
Oh, I just missed Gen Z.
Oh my gosh.
Just missed the cut off.
What's your age?
I'm 28. I'm 29.
You
in
should
2
know
months.
that song.
No, I don't. I grew up in Nigeria, so I'm
we're getting time's going on. It's 2024.
For real, you know.
Mad, you know.
Yeah. When did that come out?
So wait, hold on, wait. Is it only 30+ people that know that song?
When did that song come out? What year?
It might have been almost 20 years now, you know.
Oh, you guys are asking too much of me.
That's mad. Wait.
I think it was like, maybe
Oh,
about
5,
15, maybe about 15.
No
15.
way.
Remember,
No, it's more than that, you know.
College, I'm
It
sure
was
in
out on the
college
streets
when
for
it came
years before I got to Delhi as well. Don't forget that.
You know what? Let me check this.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm a baby girl. Okay, other questions. Sorry. Wow, you guys are so interesting.
So
Okay.
hot.
Oh, biggest life lessons.
You want the AC now?
Yeah.
Can you imagine? He's seeing you hot, you know. Brent, you are hot. Can you imagine?
Sweating.
Oh, your biggest life lessons.
Don't chase unanimous love. And by that I mean don't chase people to love you and everyone to like you. That's not gonna happen. Do what makes you happy.
Word.
And do what makes you satisfied and fulfilled. And don't try and please people. That's my
Wonderful.
personal biggest life lesson.
I live by that though. To be fair, that's a good one. Ty, Nathan?
Whatever Shek said.
Retweet.
No, joking. I think one thing I'm learning as I get older, I don't want to get too deep. Everything in life is transactional. Whether people like it or not. Everything in life is transactional. So like, if you add to someone, it doesn't matter if you're a good person and you don't want nothing back. Somewhere down the line, subconsciously, you're expecting something back. No matter how small or big it
I
is.
disagree with that, you know. Some
Personally.
people say that you do a nice thing, like nothing's really a good deed because in a way you expect something back. I think it can be.
It's even calmer in the universe, and like you don't know where it's gonna come back, but you walk in that light because.
But some people don't think about
you
stuff
want-
like that though. Some people don't think that.
You don't think?
No, because the things that I've done for people that's of no benefit to like a complete stranger, and I'm not thinking about like all I'm thinking about right now is that you need something and I have the means to help you right now.
Yeah, but why
I
do
don't
you walk
think
in
beyond
that?
that.
You treat people how you like to be treated, and because the world would be a better place if everybody was nice. Because God forbid you ever needed something, you'd hope that there was someone like you that can come out there. And
But I don't think that far. That's what I'm trying to say to you.
It's all transactional. But
Because
it's situational though.
People are shit for the most part.
It's definitely situational, but
That's interesting.
yeah,
That's
I feel
a good one.
like biggest life lesson. I don't know. I don't know. You know, I just think you're only here once. In 60 years, none of us are gonna be here. Maybe 70.
Sorry,
it's just
excuse
like-
me.
So it's just like
28.
sorry.
God forbid
I keep
situation
forgetting,
are we doing here?
Stuff a lot. But I think that just do what makes you happy, man.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
it's so cliche, but you literally have to. I think
You have to.
You just got to block out all the noise. And you see, when you're in your own lane, there's no traffic. You know, when you're in your own lane, there's no traffic.
Not him
so-
repeating it because we said.
Yeah, spoken word, Hector.
That's the caption, right?
I know that's a good. If you see my next picture.
I think for me, it's always speak your truth, even if your voice trembles. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Wow.
trying to outdo each other. We've got a battle going on. Man said, well, hold my bear, young un. Let me show
Score you
you.
real quick.
It's the spoken word off. No, but yeah, like always speak up and always, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like
Yeah.
always say how you feel. Do you know what I mean? Always be true to yourself. Always let that be known, man. So yeah.
I love that. Okay, so we do this new thing now where we get our guests to leave a question for the next guest, and then you guys will leave a question for the next guest. So I guess we'll have to pick the best out of the three for the next person. Or we can write all three down and see which one. Which one goes. All right, so I said we rattled you right now. So the question that last guest left for you guys is: do you think there are gender roles in a relationship? Who was that?
100%.
Again.
JC Mo.
Yes.
Seymour, my guy. Yo, I remember he came here, what was that, a couple of days ago, right?
Last week.
Last week.
It was last week, wasn't it? Yeah. So he asked, do you think there are gender roles in a relationship?
Did he know we was coming here?
No. So they never know.
Oh,
you never know who's next.
Okay.
But we know. But you never know who's next.
Does it mean that? Do you think there should be?
To be honest, he asked me. And I said,
Excuse me. You
Yo.
need to
Huh?
stay out of it.
So he did. He did know.
He must mean. He must mean. Do you think there should be
No, he
gender
said, do you
roles? Right?
think
You
they
just said,
are?
do you think they are?
Because I know sometimes
mean-
people deny that. Sometimes, actually, I don't know. It's not my fight today.
It's not my question.
Sometimes I
Go on.
take some days off.
So
So you said yes very quickly.
So what was it? So,
So
Do you think there are gender roles in relationships?
yeah, there
What
are
does that
gender
mean?
roles in relationships, 100%.
Wonderful.
Do I think there should be?
But that's what Mark is
Which
asking.
is another question. Yes, I do. as well.
It's all situational.
It's so dramatic.
It's case by case. Traditionally, the man is meant to provide and go out into the world, get
It's
food.
because he
and-
lives now, so.
You know, but you know, just I don't know. I think if you got a good woman, look after her.
Absolutely.
You know, if she adds
Word.
value, look after her naturally. And if she doesn't, then don't. Simple.
Well, that'll do it.
No. But people love to
That'll do it.
people love to overcomplicate relationships.
Absolutely.
I'm seeing these stupid debates within our. It's always within our community. I don't see Asian people or white people ever yapping
Nah,
about
but they
this
do
nonsense.
worse though.
But I'm
They
saying
just if your best friend's brother's mum.
But I'm just saying. I'm just saying. On the internet, what I see is 50-50. This, that, and the other. Mate, just get with someone that you like, that you're compatible with, and
Word.
shut up.
Would you do away with traditional gender roles in your own relationship?
What do you mean?
Do you, like, you're saying this depending on case by case.
Yeah.
Would you take up quote unquote traditionally non-traditional role in your relationship, like be the stay at home and let your gal go out and earn all the money?
Absolutely not. It's a team. It's teamwork, innit? And you pour into your woman, she pours into your child. That's the way I see things.
Run that question by him again.
Am I not answering correctly here?
Would you do
Sadness
away?
is definitely first of all.
You know what I'm saying though? Because obviously
You better cut this shit out.
we're live. We're live, baby.
We're live.
Would you do away with the?
Oh, we're live.
It's up.
We're live.
The day after. The new black.
Let's go. Yeah. Would you do away with them traditional gender roles in the relationship?
Give him an example though.
Would I stay at home while she goes to work?
Yeah.
No.
No, but he's ambitious though. Like he's
No.
what he does.
Are you out of your mind?
Okay. So, but is there
Okay,
some?
don't react like that, though.
Okay. No, so what about
I wouldn't personally, but that's me. I can't talk for everyone.
Okay, not stay at home though, because obviously you want to get in, but you're responsible for the cooking and cleaning in the yard.
Yeah.
I can't cook, so no.
Yeah, you're a traditional man. I hear it.
But that's me.
No, there's nothing wrong with it.
Do you know what I'm saying?
There's
And
nothing wrong with it.
That's
I feel
absolutely
like, look, I don't have any kids or anything, but
Yeah.
I'm saying like when I do, that the relationship you have with your spouse
Yeah.
will affect. I grew up in a single parent
It
household,
will.
so I
It
don't
does.
want that.
Yeah.
You know?
And it does. It
I
definitely
think,
has an
I
effect.
think if you pour into your woman,
Yeah.
the woman pours into the child.
Absolutely.
The child is obviously not everything is always roses
But,
and
no,
lights.
but
you
it
know?
does. Relationships do affect children. I think we don't
it affects
understand
children,
that.
man.
We
And I
don't
feel
deep
like there's a lot of cases that I've seen personally where a lot of men don't want to be vulnerable with a woman, and they don't know how to love on a woman because they may not have seen that at home.
yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I saw a video the
But
other day.
my mum and my nan
Yeah.
poured into me,
Yeah.
so now I'm able to pour into my friends and pour into the people that I love. You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful.
I love tying checks for life. I'm gonna continue to pour into them as their friend. You know?
Yeah. I saw a video the other day, and there's a couple in therapy, right? And basically, the guy, they've got a child together, but he's saying that he doesn't think that right now his role as a dad starts until the child is at 13.
That's insane.
Because he was like, that's when like he can then be there to give the child advice and stuff like that.
No.
And she was just like, what are you talking about? But then so he grew up in a household where his dad wasn't around. But it's weird to me. Like, I think I always find it fascinating that sometimes people have things that are so loud here, but they can't see it themselves. Because his dad was never around. You can tell that he's hurt that his dad was never around, and his dad would like pop in and out whenever and whatnot. But it's weird because it's like that hurts you, and you can see that hurts you. You know, you can feel it. But then here you are saying that you don't think you need to be a dad until like the child is like 13, 14. But then how's the child going to listen? Sorry, how's the child going to listen to you and know that they can take advice from you and be comfortable enough to tell you stuff if you haven't been there from inception?
He went too far.
It was interesting.
Because I heard the mindset, because I was like that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm saying that when my youth can talk, then I'll pattern up and I'll think and I can have conversations. When they can't talk, this ain't my story. I ain't got no, like, you look after you, where you're you and do your doing. I ain't got no moves for Donny. You can't even talk, you can't communicate with me. You get what I'm trying to say? I can't lay down the law how I need to. So
How old is your son?
He's going to be 5 in August. Okay. I say. So when he can talk, then I'll ramp it up. Because at this moment, I can't do that. He's just like a little purse. He's your dolly. He's just there, you there. Feed him, sleep him, burp him, the rest is there. I ain't got no moves for this shit. This ain't my story. This ain't my, you get me? When it's time, I'll ramp it up.
Yeah.
When I can communicate. And that's what I've done. Because obviously me and him can communicate now. He can talk, he understands clearly.
Yeah, you're silly though.
No, I'm just saying.
This is nothing to what the guy said.
You know what?
He's
I
like,
understand. He don't want to be there until you can talk. He's 13. I said he went too far because 13's too far.
No, but the child has to be used to it,
But at 13, I watched something the other day on Instagram. At 13, you're not your child's hero no more, apparently.
I heard that, but I heard it on.
They become 13, they have their own thing going on, their own friends, and you're not the cool person in their life. So that first 10 to 13 years,
but there's
you have to be present.
There's actually psychological research about that. Taser was talking about it on 3 Shots long time ago though. But he was talking about like how when kids are that age, the people they trust the most from like psychological research and stuff are their friends. That's why like kids kind of go through that rebellious where they don't tell their parents something, they don't really want to talk to you. It's almost like you're like it's like their brain is like you cannot be trusted.
You're an enemy, man.
You're an enemy. Yeah, exactly. So if you're coming in, waltzing in at 13 and stuff. But I think also, but I think it also goes back to what you said about like pouring into your woman, because I can see you feeling like, okay, I can't feed the child, I can't do that. However, she's doing all of that, and that burden of doing all of that will make her tired and affects her productivity. But if you're there to do, like, there's bottles, you don't have to have a breast. There's bottles, do you know what I mean? There's things that you can do that will give her some like time away and whatnot, and that will help with a productive child that's being brought up and stuff.
You got to be hands-on, man. You both have to be hands-on.
Absolutely.
Like, I see debates. I've seen a debate on Twitter talking about, I'd never change a nappy. Big man.
Are
we kids?
Yeah, for real.
These people ain't looking after their youth, because trust me, if there's some point you're gonna have to change your ass nappy.
Bro.
Like, no matter what hopes and ambitions you got for yourself, at some point you're gonna have to change the nappy, bro. Like, or what are you doing? You're not there then. If that's
would you say you're strict with your son?
Yeah,
mad strict. What are you saying? You don't play no games?
I don't like anybody.
You don't like foolishness.
I don't like anybody that listen to me when I talk.
Or
so that baby don't stand a chance.
Mark is very consistent. He has no room for foolishness.
Have you got
It
kids?
doesn't matter if you're a toddler or not.
How many you got?
One daughter.
You strict?
Yeah, I am actually. Yeah.
What do you guys class as strict though? Like basically listen when I talk.
Yeah.
That's a straight. That's good manners.
I tell all the time. I only tell you something once. That's it.
And the puppy dog eyes in the bar then ain't making me like, if I say it, if I say it, that's it, man. We're sticking with it, man. I hate it.
Your daughter's so cute as well. I wouldn't be able to say that wrong.
How old your kid?
4.
Okay.
Same age. I'm super strict, man. Like we be at parties, I'll be giving him warnings. Listen, I'm telling you now, you got one more time and we're gone. The party could have been there. We could have been there 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? If you don't listen to me, your party's over, man. And that's what I'll take you home.
Goodie bag.
Is his mum? Maybe. Is his mum strict?
No, probably not. No, he lives walk all over that. But anyway, I'm just. But I'll be taking him from the party and I'll be telling him, and I'll be enjoying the drive home, man. This is why you don't play with me. You could have been on the bounce castle eating cake now, but you want to play with me. Don't play with me. That's what I'm on. I revel in it. I revel in it.
Kids don't even fully understand that.
Yeah, they don't even really.
You're giving it trying to lecture. I don't understand half the sentences you just said.
I got a question for you guys. Yeah? Obviously, I'm not a parent, yet, but I got a question for you guys. Is there anything that your parents taught you that you are now enforcing? Your mums especially taught you guys as young men that you're enforcing on your kids, son and daughter. I was actually going to save that question for the next guest.
Okay, we'll give me that then.
I don't know. Probably just the importance of just being a nice person, just being a good person, the way that I carry myself, and just off the mindset that when I'm outside, I represent my mum and my family, and that. That's why I can talk to people. I can go anywhere and talk to people because I don't ever want to embarrass them and unrespectful of elders and stuff like that. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. So those are the kind of things that I know serve me well that I would want to put back into
you said something that respecting your elders thing. I feel like it's lost now amongst the youth.
So
there's no code anymore. You see when we was young, the respecting your elders thing was a thing. You see the kids nowadays, they don't give a monkeys. You know, they don't care. It's crazy. It's insanity.
Yeah, it's just strange as how you just want to deal in front of how you talk, the kind of language you'll just use in front of adults. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's important, and there's always going to be people older than you. Even like now, I'm a big man, but if I'm in a room full of senior citizens, I take the kid role. I know I'm not going to overspeak or say anything, use any too vulgar language or any of these things. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, just conduct myself properly. Yeah, and that's just because this is the way I was raised.
Yeah, man.
That's what our parents said, though.
Huh?
That's the same thing our parents said. We ain't got no respect for them.
What about you, bro?
It's generational.
I think for me, one of the things that was important for me to carry on was the whole make sure she knows, regardless, I've always got her back, and I love her more than anything. You know what I'm saying? Because as much as obviously I wasn't perfect or whatever, yeah, I never once doubted that my mum loved me.
Yeah.
Never once.
Yeah.
And that was important for me to make sure.
Unconditional, innit?
100%.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was the main thing for me.
Yeah, no, I respect it, man.
All right. And then what was you guys' said, yeah. So what question are you leaving for the next guest? I'll put yours down. Do you want to leave that one for the next guest?
Yeah, what is something that your parents taught you?
That you reinforce for your kids.
Yeah, that you would reinforce into your kids, yeah.
And then you guys, a question for the next guest?
I'm happy to go with that question.
Same, yeah. Let's let Nathan's question.
Oh, wonderful. All right, so let people know where to get tickets, please. Just one more time, let them know what the play is called.
Yeah, Table for One.
Bow.
It's at Greenwich Theatre. Greenwich Theatre from the 4th to the 6th of July. So that's Thursday the 4th, Friday the 5th, Saturday the 6th of July.
Wonderful.
Coming up, Greenwich Theatre. We're also doing an after party as well.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, because we
On
didn't
all
get to
days?
turn up. Yeah.
All days.
So we didn't get to turn up last
Well,
time, so
then
this
we're
time we're
Wait,
going to be turning up.
There's an after party on a Friday as well.
No, you're
Yeah,
finding out
yeah.
in real time.
I say after party. It's more VIP drinks for the first two
Okay.
nights, and then on Saturday after the last night, that would be the big turn up.
Be hungover on that stage, boy.
That'd be the big turn up. And yeah, man, you can get 20% off. Tickets.
Wonderful.
So as
Especially for you guys.
Yeah, for
Especially
you
for us.
guys.
We
So
appreciate that.
pull it in. What was it? Sorry.
TDA pod.
Yeah,
It's
TDA
going-
pod.
It's going across the screen.
POD.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, use the code. Come down. If you've not been theatre before, come check it
It's a
out.
time, okay? It's a great time.
And yeah, man, say hello when you see me.
Yeah, man.
Wonderful.
Check it out on the Instagram as well. The Instagram is Wright Bros Ents, WRIGHT BROSENTS.
My name's Nathan Hector. Follow me. It's been great.
Yeah, we got Nathan Hector here, who's playing Jonathan in the play, man. So
Yeah.
It's been really fun. Thank you guys. You guys are so talented, man. Well
Thank
done.
you.
Also, the guys were generous enough to give away a pair of tickets as well. So we're
Oh,
going to do
wow,
a
okay.
competition.
Yes.
We're going to do
Nice.
a competition in the week.
So you
guys,
don't want to
make sure-
offend me until we get the tickets away.
And let us
think you have
know
to
when
stick comments.
what days you guys want to come down as well, man.
Yeah.
We'll get all that
the
sorted
4th
out,
would be
man.
nice. The first, I know, Monksy can't make that day, right?
What's the 4th? The Thursday, right?
Thursday.
Yeah, no.
Can you do this?
Oh, yeah,
Can you do this
recording
Saturday or Friday or
At this
Saturday?
point, I think I could do either one of them, Friday or Saturday.
Cool.
Yeah, just
Pull up on a
just let us
Saturday,
know,
mate.
innit?
What time is it?
Show starts 7:30.
Okay, I can make it Saturday
Sharp.
then.
Sharp.
Cool.
Doors open from 6:30.
Okay,
And then,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah,
So there's
yeah.
like
Come down, get
pre-drinks as
some
well. We're
drinks.
doing a pre-drinks reception, so come down, grab a
And-
drink, take some pictures.
Wonderful.
Yeah, man.
I took some night. You got good camera people. I took some night. I looked real cute last time. What I like. Thank you guys so much for coming down. We
Thank you.
appreciate
Appreciate
it.
it, man.
Thank you so
The
much.
The day after, the new black, yes.
Thank you. Oh, hey, nice to get you into some voiceovers.
Voiceovers, innit?
That's really good.
Table for one, coming soon.
Booking his next gig already. Look at him.
All right, what are we doing next?
Reaction, I guess.
Yeah, reaction.
So you do no behavior and this.
And everything else, boy.
This is not finished.
So good. Oh my God.
No, we're done. We're not done. I got a segment, but can you read? I couldn't go toilet or something.
Oh, yeah.
A sports segment now.
All right, people, welcome to the reaction. There was a few games, international matches. You got the CONCACAF one qualifiers. Bermuda lost to Honduras 6-1. Montserrat lost to Panama 3-1. Other internationals as well. Argentina beat Ecuador 1-0. Czech Republic beat North Macedonia 2-1. Netherlands beat Iceland 4-0. And Poland beat Turkey 2-1. And also we got the African qualifiers as well. And Guinea-Bissau drew with Egypt 1-1, and Burkina Faso drew with Sierra Leone 2-2 as well. Also, I know Mark's going to get into this a bit more. And this is basically about NBAs, the NBA Finals as well. In the second game of the NBA Finals, the Celtics defeated the Mavericks 105 to 98, giving them a two-game lead in the best of 7 series, basically. Holiday led the Celtics in scoring 26 points, with Tatum contributed 18 points, 12 assists, and 9 rebounds as well. Luka Doncic, is it Doncic, yeah?
Doncic.
Doncic He had a triple-double for the Mavericks with 32 points, 11 assists, 11 rebounds, but the team struggled with free throws, making only 16 out of 24 compared to the Celtics, 19 out of 20. Jaylen Brown as well and Derek Wright also play key roles in the Celtics, scoring 21 and 18 points respectively. And the series now moves to Dallas for Game 3, man, where the Mavericks will need to improve their shooting and reduce the turnovers.
It's gonna be tough, man. They need to make some adjustments ASAP. Or it's tough. There's a tough arts, man. There's big matchup problems, man. The Celtics are good all the way through, so we'll see when that. That's not tonight. Is it tonight or tomorrow? I'm not sure. I swear it's been. I swear the game's like every 2 days in the finals or something like that. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I don't know if it's tonight or tomorrow. I'll double check. Our last headline is about a consortium of the Saudi royals making a move to for Everton, £400 million bid. It says a consortium involving a Saudi royal has offered $400 million to buy Premier League club Everton after the collapse of a deal with the 777 partners. The consortium, led by London-based businessman Vache Manokian, proposes an all-equity offer without additional debt and aims to create a sustainable long-term strategy for the club. Everton's Fans Advisory Board has called for open and transparent engagement with supporters from the prospective buyers. So yeah, more sports washing. Saudi is going to own the whole league soon. But that's the end of the sports news. Let's get into done here.
You see Fury with his wobbly.
I heard he dropped on his face. I ain't seen it though. Who? Tyson Fury. I think they was escorting him out of a club or a bar or something because he might have been drunk as a skunk, and then apparently he's dropped on his face.
You know the type where the side of your cheek is on the ground and then your bum's up in the air and you're kind of kneeling. That's how he was outside.
It sounds horrible. Is there video evidence?
Yeah, there's video.
Can you find it quickly? Because we could just get into done here. we could just get into done here. Definitely.
Whilst Brent's looking at that, remember Oye, yeah? Remember I was saying 20 years? Came out 2001.
God,
23 years ago.
Yeah, that was a time. That was a long time
Crazy,
ago.
yeah, man.
And again, it was doing the rounds in the streets long before it got to telly.
Yeah.
Because them times, you had to work those singles.
During that time, what was your favourite anthem?
What, during the Oye time and that?
Yeah.
Tell you, it might have been Oye then, because I'd have to think. I don't know what was going on at the time. But I was big. You get me? I was big for More Fire Crew because they was like mid-tier, if that makes sense. They weren't like the top boys. When you're going to the raves and More Fire is the mid card. You get me? Like Roll Deep's after them. Nasty Crew would have been after them. Yeah. Like
Crazy Girl.
Yeah, like you know what I'm trying to say? Like they were just like middle knocking, like Lethal Aussie, and that they was good, don't get me wrong, but like they weren't like top boys. So when they dropped Oye, it's like they got one. Yeah. It's like that was massive. You get what I'm trying to say? Like it was different. Like I said, it was spinning, tearing down the clubs for years before even, and it was so big, it done around so much that it managed to get to TV and that. So what they done was cold. But I can't think what else was going around at the time, man. I have to be sitting down and having music conversations to trigger these memories. Yeah. But that was a big one, though, man. Oye was massive, man. But yeah, let's get into that here, man. Let's press the button and then let's just play this video then.
Apparently, Sesko has rejected Arsenal.
I saw that. I didn't want to bring that up. Are we playing this in this segment? Or are you going to... No. All right, one sec. Let me see this. Such a big man to be wasted. How much must he have drank?
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's crazy. You reckon he's in a bad place because he got punched up? Yeah. How do you walk around like this? Huh?
How come you're not connecting the two?
How come I'm connecting the two?
Yeah, I reckon anytime he gets drunk, he looks like that.
Potentially, but if he won that fight, he'd be carrying himself better than that.
You think?
Well,
I think even when he's won fights and he gets drunk, he looks like that.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But for whatever reason, that's not the first time he would have got that drunk. But for whatever reason, it's been protected, isn't it? Like, does that make sense? Like him acting like that is being plastered all over the papers. It's a totally different thing. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So if that's how you act, that's how you act, whatever. But they protecting the minute, like his image is intact. And I just think if he'd won the fight, he'd be in a better frame of mind, and his team would have been in a better frame of mind, and just would have took more care to stuff like that. Ain't like he's not gonna be acting like that, or maybe in more safer places, because that doesn't even look like it was anywhere private or swanky. That just looks like some random bar that he'd going to get a burst in, and end up on his hands and knees in the street. That's tough, man. I suppose it wouldn't even have been that bad if he didn't lose his last fight. The fact that you got punched up, and then the next thing we're seeing of you, that's how you're acting. You look like you're on a downward spiral, mate. I'm not even gonna lie. It looks bad. It looks absolutely bad. What was I gonna ask you beforehand? Sesko, quickly.
Yeah, then we have Rainey Jr. saying, many asked me to ignore it. Many others said that my fight was in vain and that I should just play football. But as I've always said, I'm not a victim of racism. I'm a tormentor of racists.
Okay.
This first criminal conviction in the history of Spain is not for me. It's for all black people.
Oh yeah, 3 Valencia fans got convicted.
May other racists be afraid, ashamed, and hide in the shadows. Otherwise, I'll be here to kill.
He's moving like Batman.
And Bane. Thank you to La Liga and Real Madrid for helping with this historic conviction. Man said more to come.
Do you know how long they got?
Wow. No.
Wow. Like you said, anyway, small victories, man. It's tough over there in Spain, man. Vinny goes through it, boy. Vinny goes through it. But like he said, he's not there sitting down there cowering. You get me? He's not a victim. He's taking up the mantle. He's fighting a good fight, man. He's going to take down these racists one at a time, man.
Love that. And yeah, Sesko.
Sesko made the right choice. Huh?
Is it a rumour at this point?
No, man. Fabrizio posted tweeted it this morning, man. Fab's usually pretty on point. I think he's staying for one more year to develop himself and help the club out.
Fair.
And there's like a gentleman's agreement where they're saying kind of like what Haaland had, to go next year.
Fair.
Well, the search for a real striker continues, man.
That means we have to just go and get Isaac.
But apparently they got to sell someone though, innit?
Yeah.
Because of the FFP and thing.
Yeah. Let's see who they decide to sell. Because we want 2 of their players, right? Or we're interested in 2 of their players.
Yeah, but City are probably going to go Bruno now because Paqueta got the ban and thing in it, so they're probably going to go for Bruno. We'll see. Look interested. Was you excited by the prospect of Sesko?
I think I was excited by the prospect of having somebody focused on that position where Jesus could have cover for Saka.
Yeah.
I think that's how I was seeing it. I didn't really watch much of Sesko to be drooling and whatnot, but yeah, it was somebody that was big, fast, technical, and he knows where the goal is. So yeah, 100%.
All right, well that didn't happen, man. But as usual, we'll keep you abreast here of all the transfer news on the reaction, man. Let's get to our outro, man.
And they got 8 months, by the way.
8 months.
Yeah.
Sensational stuff. Yeah. Thank you for everybody that took part today. It was another great day. Everybody in the chat. We never had no phone today, did we?
Nah, I mean, even the chat was a bit timid. We will get Nathan back on separately.
Yeah, you can talk about his ADHD.
Yeah. It seems like there are quite a few different things that we can dive into.
Yeah,
but I'm definitely going to be attending that show. We have to go all together, by the way. We pick a day.
Okay, then. Yeah, I'm with it.
Definitely have to go.
We might as well go on the Saturday, man.
Yeah, might as well. And then the 2 tickets we will give away.
Because they got the after party. So.
Yeah. And it should also be 100%. And it should also be the 2 tickets. They should go on the day we're going also.
Yeah, Saturday. Let's make it work.
I've already blocked up my Saturday.
Cool. Yeah. I'll commit to that. Well, yeah, but thanks everybody for watching. You know the routine, man. Like the video on your way out, share it, all that good stuff. And we'll be here, same time, same place tomorrow morning, man.
Straight.
Peace out.
Later.